of the morning, while the city sleeps, an uncommon band of heroes unites to fight the forces of evil.
The Opie Anthony Show.
Oh, my sweet Jesus.
With Op.
I want to be known as notorious.
No.
Ack.
Everyone is always in my way.
Oh, you really are deluded.
And B-Cup.
Kind of fat-breasted and awful.
And surrounded by dullards.
Ben looks like poorly spliced film.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Whenever Steve yawns, it looks like the back of the Batmobile and it accelerates.
Pocketosis.
Eric, you're not going to cry.
Shut up.
And armed with superhuman powers.
He pulls his pants down and just starts leaking into someone's garbage can.
That's rule one.
How about if he gives you the old chin tap with his helmet?
That's all right with me.
They are living among us, average citizens, average heroes, quietly and anonymously continuing to make the world a better place.
Controversial talkers Opie and Anthony.
We are just dicks.
You better just sit back and watch.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh, exactly.
I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. It's Friday. Friday. It's Friday.
As soon as I get home, the first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth. Hello, fuckface.
You wanna kiss me?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Experience.
Friday edition.
Yes, I want to go on record and say that I really do hate Anthony behind the scenes.
Oh.
This is all a clever mirage.
A ruse.
A ruse.
Yeah.
I got to start off by saying that I am just so proud to be part of this Opie and Anthony show.
Absolutely.
And now I completely understand. I'm just a little part of this Opie and Anthony show.
Just a piece.
Yeah, my name's on the show and all, but come on now.
Yeah.
Is it really our show?
Not if they don't want it to be.
Unbelievable.
Because, boy, these listeners have the potential of just destroying things. Just wrecking things. They're a wrecking crew.
Absolutely. I don't even know where to begin. First of all, if you're a new listener of the show, you gotta join a fan site. You just gotta, because when this show goes off the air, that's when the real fun begins now. It's unbelievable.
Things happen.
With the photoshopping and the discussions and the chat rooms and the hooking up and the sex and the violence and it's insane.
There's all kinds of shenanigans going on.
It's almost like this radio show doesn't even matter anymore. It's all about what's going on the internet, on the message boards.
Yeah, it's just a common thread. This is like the common denominator that they have to work with.
There was a whole show that was going on after we went off the air on the message boards.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, and these guys, they've been up all night. They were throwing slumber parties at each other's houses. They were drinking, and
it's scary.
It really is. I mean, some of the websites, they're listed on opieanthony.com, but whackbag.com is a great one. opieanthony.net is a great one. And then you got some other ones that are pretty good, too, like cringehumor.net and WowFans and, I don't know, thechurchofopie.org. What?
There's all kinds of stuff going on out there. Extracurricular activities going on for this program.
I got to tell you what happened. You know, this Jim Phillips guy down in Orlando, he's a one-market sensation. Got to give him credit where credit's due. He's one of these guys that does great in one city.
Mm-hmm.
And there's radio guys all over America that do exactly that.
Every town has one.
Yeah, they're great in their hometown, but that's it. You know, they all had dreams to be heard across America, but they just didn't have what it takes to get the job done now. You know?
And they'll always say, well, no, I've always just wanted to be in one market. That's like the excuse. But if you get into radio, your dream is to be syndicated, to be a big star, be as successful as you possibly can be.
And they don't realize how small.
Failed.
They don't realize how small they really are, because in their city, they're huge. You know, everyone recognizes them and stuff. But as soon as they cross the border or something, they're nobodies. Yeah. Absolute nobodies. And this bothers radio people. I'm telling you, it bothers them, because everyone's goal when you get into this is to be heard by as many people as possible and to be syndicated to as many cities as possible.
Yeah.
And with XM,
how you base your success in the business.
And with XM, we're heard everywhere in America now.
Right.
Everywhere. And I got to tell you, you know, this Jim Phillips got under our skin because we finally got sick of these commercial radio assholes claiming that Anthony and I are failures, that we wrecked our careers, that we have no listeners, that we were desperate, and that's why we went on XM. So we finally decided, you know what? We're going to prove how many listeners we actually do have, you scumbag.
Yeah, this is a perfect example of how many people listen to and are dedicated to this program. It's the ability to mobilize people to absolutely destroy another person's program. And whether they believe it or not, the people on the other show believe it or not, your show is being trashed on a daily basis. I listened. I'm not going to be like Jim Phillips. I'm not going to be like him and go, yeah, I got people who listen. People listen, and they told me that they said this. We know he was listening.
Yeah,
you know, just stop it.
He's just full of lies.
Stop with the lying already. You know, I was listening to his show yesterday, and he was completely taken out of his program, out of his element. He is incapable now of doing the show that I know he wants to go in there and do on a daily basis, which is take calls from his fans and discuss current events, topics, play their games, whatever it is that he does. I've never heard him before, I'll be honest with that. I've never tuned this guy in until this all started happening. So he absolutely wants to do his show, and he is absolutely being prevented from doing it by our pests. And they will keep doing this. This guy, because I know he listens, whether it's now or the replay or whatever. I know he listens. This will continue. You will be taken out of your element every single day. You will be incapable of doing your show. It might have been a novelty the first day, a little entertaining. You might think you twisted it so your fans are maybe enjoying this or something. That's all well and fine. This will continue. And in a week, is it going to be as much fun and entertaining and a novelty? 2 weeks, 3, a month of every day being taken out of your show? I don't think so. I think you're getting frustrated. You could hear it in his voice. And his rebuttals, his attacks that he does back, and again, it might sound like I'm being biased because he's such a tool, but I would give credit where credit's due. I've done it in the past with people we couldn't stand. I've said, wow, you know, I hate this guy, but goddamn, that was funny. Right. This guy has nothing. There is nothing there. We were listening yesterday. I was on some of the chat rooms listening with some of the pests. It was a lot of fun. They were so super psyched, very into it, highly motivated, and very funny on the chats. They were commenting back and forth to what he was saying, and I'm throwing shit in there, and everyone's laughing. It was a great time. It was like a message board radio show going on. Mm-hmm. And he just had nothing. He was taken out of his show and had nothing. And it was very entertaining.
Well, that's what you get from one market sensation. You know, in the end, they don't have the chops to go with something like this, you know. I was getting updates while I was hanging out in Little Italy.
Ooh.
Yeah, holding court in Little Italy, because that's what I do now.
Holding court, did you have an espresso?
A little espresso, and my phone's ringing. I'm getting updates from Jimmy and the gang. Oh, yeah, it was just wonderful.
Nice.
Feeling really good about what we do, to be honest with you.
Were you walking down the street with your head up high, just taking apples off the apple carts, waving your hand around in a white suit, grabbing dresses off of the horse-drawn carriages?
I was calling in all sorts of orders from a little table outside Joey Paisano's restaurant.
Drinking his espresso. Sitting up there in the Sierra Mountains.
That's what I was doing, taking cell phone calls.
was in the dick joke business with his father.
But a bunch of updates.
Opie olive oil.
A bunch of updates. Now, let's remember that Mr. Phillips there said to bring it on, right? He said, bring it on. I could take what you guys have.
What a set of balls. Bring it on. What a brave guy.
Well, just like we predicted, he went to his big bosses, and now there's a legal thing going on where we're not allowed to play his audio.
Yeah.
Just cease
at
and
all.
desist.
Cease and desist.
He ran to Clear Channel.
And how bad is this guy that he was actually coming back from every break talking about the cease and desist, going, there's going to be... You faggot, you're supposed to be doing a comedy talk show, and you're boring your listeners with cease and desist information every time you come back?
Every time.
Because he couldn't go to the phones.
Well, the reality is most radio guys do not have a sense of humor. Even the guys that are supposedly doing a comedy show, when it comes down to it, they don't have a sense of humor. Most of these guys are definite liars. Most of them are hacks. They have no pride in actually coming up with their own shit on their radio show. It's a joke. It's a joke business. It really is.
Yeah.
And at this point, we take on all commercial radio. Simple as this. This is just a little example of what we have in store for commercial radio.
I wish I could convey to the people that didn't hear the show how badly he's handling this. How he goes on. It is the same break. He'll do the same break, and I guess it lasts for maybe 7 minutes or something like that, and then he goes into commercial breaks. And then he comes back and says, I swear, it's just like this. Let me tell everybody what's going on here. Let me fill everybody in on what's going on. Sniff and snort. Donald and... he comes up with like wacky names for us that don't mean anything. They're not funny or clever or demeaning or anything. It's somebody with a complete lack of creativity or ad-libbing skills trying to be funny, and the only one laughing is his lackey and that pork slit that sits next to him, that meat pocket that sits next to him, just cackling and chuckling. But there's nothing there, and he'll recap again for the 80th time what's going on, and then try to get us by commenting on facial hair or clothing or haircuts in a way that isn't even that funny. It isn't even that funny.
Well, he did say, bring it on, and then this jizzbag gets on. First thing he says on the air yesterday, you can call, because he knew he was going to get slammed. He has no listener. I don't care. If he has listeners, where are they? Why are they not calling to support his show? He first gets on and goes, well, we can't mention the names. This faggot, the bosses called him. Don't mention Opie and Anthony's names. And he buckled. Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah. It's exactly like that scene in Stripes. Well, we're on our way to bingo parlor. Shut up. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was like.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. No Opie and Anthony, so he's calling you Cumia and Hughes.
Cumia?
Cumia, kind of sounds like cum with an E.
Wow, with my name being spelled C-U-M-I-A, that was a new one to me. He actually came up with something I hadn't heard since the first grade in the playground and all through school and my own friends goofing on me and stuff. Boy, that one was just a bit of originality. Cumia, get it? And Gregory Hughes.
Well, first
Gregory Hughes.
My name's not Gregory.
Yes, it is. I said it is. Let me call someone from XM and have them say it is Gregory.
Well, here's the reality. Glenn, by the way, it's not Gregory.
Here's the reality, just to clear it up. My mom hated the name Gregory. Hated it. So officially, my name is Greg with 2 G's to make
two G's. Oh,
to make sure no one says Gregory.
Anthony, but that stands for good gosh. Shut up, hole.
Dick Nose from California. What's up, Dick Nose?
Hey, I just wanted to say good morning to that vagina mouth. He makes me horny.
That was another one.
Hey, you guys.
I'm going to take fashion tips from a Jim Phillips, saying that the goatee goes, the goatee is just done. It's so yesterday. It looks like he's got a vagina on his mouth. And then he started going into this thing where it was like he was getting turned on by my mouth. And that was the only portion of the entire show where I was, like, getting creeped out. I'm listening, just going, ugh. And then he was trying to, I guess, insinuate somehow that I was gay. By the way, I was dressing like I went for the job at XM dressed in Bermuda shorts and tank top and flip-flops. And then there was some kind of alluding that was so shallow to that I was gay because he's so petrified of any kind of lawsuit or something. If he implies that I'm gay, that I would then take him to court. But why take him to court over the truth?
I wish you wore Bermuda shorts.
I know. I was thinking actually coming in today in Bermuda shorts. But, yeah, he was so petrified of a lawsuit that he couldn't even really touch on that in a clever way. He couldn't commit to it.
And he's not funny enough to do it.
No.
And first of all, Jim, if Anthony had a vagina, you'd hire it to sit next to you and laugh at your awful jokes. You're not a funny guy, and that deadweight hole you have sitting next to you contributes nothing except the tisk boys attitude of every fucking broad in radio.
There was so many. Oh no!
Don't go there.
Oh, don't now.
Hey.
Oh, Jim. Oh no. That's her contribution to that program. Nothingness.
Well, let's go to the phones. I mean, these guys have been up all night. That's how excited they get. Ryan in Philly.
I just wanted to should I answer my question first?
No, go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah.
Are you sure I don't have to answer like a ridiculous question?
Oh, what? That was going on, too?
What he would do is, let me explain. When a caller would call in, because this guy was getting his dumb face smashed so hard, he was trying to do something to salvage dignity. So he would make the caller answer a question.
Yeah.
And that was his idea of being cutting edge and striking back. So, what's the capital of Alaska? It's just like you couldn't even think of funny questions.
Okay, I'll ask you a question. Who's the useless jizz receptacle?
Oh.
Fuck you. Look at them all jotting it down inside. Mark it, time it. There's pens going crazy. Receptacle.
All right, well, who's the useless jizz receptacle?
That sits next to Jim Phillips.
Sorry, guys. Don't know. Not quick enough. Bye.
No, we won.
You had
some good stuff to say, though. Brad in Atlanta. What's up, Brad?
How's it going, man? I called in like 3 times yesterday. The first 2 times, motherfucker wouldn't even let me get a word in. He asked me the question. Before I could even answer it, gone. I knew both the answers. Third time, I got shit-dicked in, but I think it only came out on the actual internet play. But, Opie, do you really hate Anthony?
I can't stand Anthony.
That was another one.
At least it finally came out.
How did it happen?
What did he do?
Oh, no.
And I got to say, one thing I love about this guy, he's just such a fucking coward. He comes out and he goes, we can't mention the other guys' names. I mean, this is a business, and we can't.
Oh, that whole thing.
We can't mention the competition. Meanwhile, he's being simulcast on XM. Really, asshole? You don't want to mention the competition, and what you're doing is being broadcast on the one thing that's going to destroy commercial radio?
Yeah.
You really are dumb, and you're a liar. And I didn't know he wasn't getting paid for being on XM. We certainly are. I had no idea that this dummy, what happens is this, he's not good enough to be syndicated.
Yeah.
So Clear Channel probably says, look, you're not talented enough to be syndicated, not in those words, but we'll throw you on XM. They'll hear you all over the country.
It's like promotion.
They're
Yeah.
not paying him.
Great. You must have some agent.
You really are a fucking dummy.
You get nothing.
Nick in D.C., what's up?
Hi, good morning, everybody. This is Nick from D.C., Wacky Radio DJ, and I just want to declare at 25 after 7 that I quit. No more. That's it.
Yeah.
He's saying he quit because he knows what's coming, because we do have a little secret.
Oh, he knows what's coming.
He knows what's coming.
And he also knows that he's getting the dog shit beaten out of him, and he knows it's going to continue, and he knows that when these guys call and smash his face, they're all going to enjoy it on the XM.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing he can do, so he almost wants to humiliate. He's humiliated.
Yeah.
It was a fake call. It was an actor who played ELO, and I will quote my post because I had a good one. That we never hired an actor to play ELO. The only thing we hired on ELO was his hair, and we got that from the set of Life Goes On. I was very proud of myself for that.
That was very funny.
But, yeah, it was an actor playing. That's the best he could come up with.
Someone tell Mr. Phillips, if this is the fake ELO.
Yeah.
All right, I'm willing to bet $100,000 right now.
Jesus, a week's pay?
A week's pay, Opie. Wow. Put it back in your pocket, Opie. You don't have to take it out and lay it on the console.
Let's see how brave this guy is. He goes on a show and lies once again. This is Elo from yesterday's program. All right, so let me ask you the question. Is Jim Phillips the #1 non-music show on XM satellite radio?
Who?
Who?
Oh, Jim?
Dude,
Phillips file.
dude.
Oh, yeah. Right.
To Jim Phillips, your boss doesn't even know who you are.
Yeah, it's I'll have to look. I mean, it's not right here. It's not right on this top page here. So.
Oh God damn. And then a little more from Elo, Eric Logan.
I can assure you this, that for a non-music channel, he is not the #1 rated show, and certainly not the #1 rated channel. So.
And not even close, right?
Not even close would be another very accurate statement as well.
Is he in the top 140?
I think he does actually beat the traffic and weather channels, yes.
Oh, that's okay. Congratulations to that, Jim.
Yeah. I mean, he does have higher ratings than that, so that's...
Props for that one.
So we had Eric Logan on the show yesterday, and then Jim Phillips, because he's a liar like most of the guys out there, is trying to claim that wasn't Eric Logan.
Yeah, he's saying it was not Eric Logan. It was an actor, and Opie put up $100 grand.
Mr. Phillips, let's have a little bet. Now, of course, you'll have something wacky to say about that today on the show. But seriously, if you're willing to stand by your statement, I'll bet you $100,000.
Here's what I'll do.
$100,000.
If that isn't Eric Logan,
you fucking pussy liar.
I'll let Sandy Kane come in here. I'll do it at a live event, and I will suck on Twatto. I would have Sandy Kane on stage. I will get up there, and for 5 minutes, I will suck on Twatto.
He knows damn well that's Eric Logan. So
of course it is.
So of course he's not going to take the...
Not. I really want to see that happen.
Of course he's not going to take the bet.
Ever
happen.
$100,000. If you could prove that's not Eric Logan. Simple as that.
He makes a lot of money, according to him. He's saying, I don't care how many listeners I have. I make a great living. I make a lot of money. He's bragging about how much money he makes. That's what we fucking beaten you to.
Yeah.
You're bragging about the money you make, almost like, my wife likes me. My customers like me. You fucking shower curtain ring salesman asshole.
I'm the genuine article.
Oh, he got a face smashing, and it's going to keep up.
Yeah, by the way, I can't tell you enough times. This will continue.
I was howling listening to this god-awful show yesterday. Every call he went to, he was hanging up on. Before they could say a word, he's so panic-stricken.
Flustered.
That it's going to, go out, and the cursing is great because he can't trust his phones because he doesn't want to get an FCC violation.
Yeah, here's what he was saying. He was saying, call up. He goes, but I have some rules.
Yeah, bring it
First,
on.
don't say their name because this is a business. This is a business, and we don't want their names going out over the air. And then I'm going to ask you a question. If you could answer the question, then I'll allow you to ask me a question. And that ain't the way it works, douchebag. That isn't what this is about. What he was trying to do is take some lemons and make lemonade.
Yep.
He wanted to take the destruction of his show and turn it into something that might resemble entertainment. You know, if he's asking questions, it kind of almost seems like a show.
Right.
That ain't what it's about, douchebag. And it's not about us getting our name on your show. Understand that, too. This is about taking you out of your show. This is about destroying your program, making you unable to do a program. Our listeners will continue calling you and just curse and eat up your delay so you can't go to the phones.
And every time a curse does get through, because you guys decided to give us that cease and desist, we report you to the FCC now. That's what we do.
There you go.
That's what we do, because now we play, too. We'll play and have a little fun with you.
One of your bosses, little faggot.
Just like we told you. We told you the guy would run to his boss.
Wow.
And then he puts a fake guy on the air, Derek Foinster or something like that. I talked to Eric Logan.
Some wacky name.
That guy, there's no one by that name that works for XM.
It's all. He said it was human relations, not human resources. You know, just another little legal dodge so he can't get in trouble. And I talked to Eric, too. I'm like, I know there's no Derek Foinster. He goes, it's all women in human resources. I think he said that there was like 3 women that worked there. That's what it is. There's no guys.
No. Well, if he said human resources, too, that would be something. He was saying human relations.
Right.
It's like, human relations. He can't even get that right. He tries to come off like he's so intelligent.
He's
a dolt.
Isn't that every interaction ever a human relation? You fucking jack off. By the way, he wouldn't mention the name of this show. We'll certainly mention yours. We're not afraid if people go listen to you. It's WTKS.com. In Orlando, he's 3 to 7 p.m. Now, because he's so good, they take out the first hour of his show on XM to play G. Gordon Liddy. So you can get
It was just a disaster, by the way. I like G. Gordon Liddy, but oh my God.
I'm doing the best I can. Oh, no,
Oh, not you, Liddy.
Oh, so 4 to 7 on XM channel 152. Please listen to him today and listen to how flustered he gets. And the numbers, 888-978-1041. 888-978-1041. Please assault this jerk off again.
I heard he lost his voice by the end of the show, or it was all fucked up.
Because he was so pissed.
Supposedly, he was probably yelling during commercial breaks and stuff, begging for someone to help him.
Pissed because he can't. He obviously cannot carry a show without phone calls. He was goofing on us for only taking 3 calls in the first hour and a half of our show yesterday. What is that? Why is that a point you can goof on?
Right.
Why? Because we have the ability to do a program here that we can get on and do the show with the phones, without the phones, whatever comes across, we do our show. You, on the other hand, are incapable of doing a show when our pests take you out of your element. We've taken away your program. Opie and Anthony's listeners are now programming your show. They are deciding what you do, when you do it, when you go to commercials, when you take phone calls, what you talk about. It's done, and it will continue. Have fun with it.
Some of the other lies. Opie and Anthony pay XM to be on. Do we even have to acknowledge that?
No. That was a funny one.
He quit at 3:10 p.m. yesterday.
We don't pay a lot.
That's another thing. You can't quit. First of all, you don't get paid. You don't work there. You can't quit because your bosses, Clear Channel, have a deal, and you're being broadcast on there as long as your bosses tell you you're going to be broadcast on there. That's how it works. You can't just leave.
And he's completely admitted, by the way, and this is why, dude, I really just want to fucking spit in your face, because you're an admitted thief. As a comedian, that makes me sick. As an entertainer, that makes me sick. You fucking local hack. He said, yeah, that's the way it works. And he admitted stealing the bit. He's like, I've stolen from Howard. I've stolen from a lot of people. And I'm going to keep doing it. Anything that makes this program more entertaining. You piece of shit. People are working. And I'm going to talk about parallel thinking, where everyone can talk about the media. We're not deluded idiots. We're not parallel thinking happens. But you're admitting that you go out and steal something and use it as your own to entertain your listeners. You're a fucking thief. You're a disgraceful, one-market thief, and you could tell how uncomfortable those people in his studio were getting. Even the dumb broad next to him, because he's losing his mind. Yeah. He's admitting that he steals, you scumbag. You're everything that's wrong. Everything. Uncreative motherfucker.
Well, that's the new thing in commercial radio. Now they all just admit, well, yeah, but you steal other people's
going on
bits.
for years.
It's going on for years. It's okay. No, it's not okay.
Dude, I riffed one day, and one of stupid Nathaniel's lines flew out. First thing I did the next day, when we were talking about it, get on the air and go, shit, that was Than's line, not mine. It came out in we were talking about something.
Yeah.
You fucking disgusting thief.
He's a thief.
How do you fuck your wife knowing that you're a thief? How do you look her in the eyes knowing you did a wacky bit that you stole from Des Moines, jerk off? Probably not even your cock. You probably stole it from a DJ in Miami.
More lies. He says, did XM a favor by being on the air for them. Not true. It was a deal that XM has with Clear Channel. Clear Channel is a tiny, really tiny shareholder with the company. And
yeah, I guess early on deals were made.
So they kind of, I guess the deal was that they get one channel to throw their programming on.
Yeah, that seems to be what the
deal was. And that's all that is. And I got a secret.
He was daring Eric to pull the plug. I dare you. He's so mad.
The big one, ELO, wasn't really ELO. Well, we got a $100,000 bet on that. Prove it wasn't Eric Logan. I will hand over $100,000, buddy boy. Raise money so Greg Hughes and ELO can get a decent haircut. I don't even get that one.
That's a haircut joke.
Never listened to the show, but he all of a sudden started goofing on ELO's hair. And
those who listen to O&A collect welfare checks. What else? There's a whole list that they made on the message boards I'm going through real fast. XM Radio can screw themselves. Let's see.
Made fun of your Adam's apple.
Wow.
That's tough. Because you remind him of his co-host. That fucking awful tranny he sits next to with her big hands and her probably big delicious cock.
I take that as a compliment, because if you're studying my publicity photo over and over again to try to find something wrong with me, and the only thing you can come up with is my Adam's apple, I think I'm doing okay.
My only problem with it is I didn't like the smile. It didn't show your eyes well enough.
That's true.
Let's see.
What a disgusting... Oh, this was great. Someone called in as Chester, and he said that O&A ripped off Chester because his cat's name is Chester.
Yeah. Whenever the calls would come in, and you just hear like... All right, let's go to Chester. Chester, you're on the air.
Cunt.
All right, well, we can't have any of that going on. Just dump out. Yeah, dump out. He sounded panicked a couple of times, saying dump out. Like he was he was getting very aggravated. This will only get more and more fun for the listeners and for the pests.
And he's arrogant. Now what's happened is he's trying to save face. He's trying to prove that he's this big man. I'm not going to be pushed around. Oh, yes, you are.
Yeah.
Your show has been taken over. It stunk to begin with. And now, for us, it's fantastic. For your listeners, it's going to be unlistenable, and you're being embarrassed in your hometown.
Mm-hmm.
You're being embarrassed, and you're getting your face smacked with a dick. How does that feel? 3 guys from New York are standing there with their cocks out, and they're just doing this.
Smacking
against
you.
your face, and everybody's watching.
All right, let's say hi to Steve in Massachusetts. Steve, what's up? All right.
Oh. Jump out of that one.
Let's go to Schnittdick from whackbag.com. What's up, Schnittdick?
What's up, boys?
Hey.
I was just wondering if the reason both of you guys have been talking about moving is because you got to pay your XM contract.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It just gets annoying after a while, knowing these guys are just blatantly lying out there. It's everything I hate about the business.
Yep. There's
so many hacks in this business. I can't even tell you.
And by the way, the good thing Bob got me was he got me coach airfare, but I still have to pay for first class. Bob really worked out a nice deal, considering that we're paying to be on XM. He got me a good deal where I can pay a little bit more to fly whenever we go to appearances.
Are you kidding?
No, it's fantastic.
Let's go to Ryan in Brooklyn. Ryan?
Hey, it's Brian. What's going on?
Oh, Brian, what's up?
Brian.
At the end of the show yesterday, right about 10 to 7, he said, am I a liar? Well, maybe I am a liar. So he's pretty much admitting that he's fucking telling bullshit lies the whole show.
It's very hard for him to lie and for people to not pick up on it. He's really bad, and it's too over the top. And
once again, I just want to admit, this show has so much freaking power, it's disgusting.
Our
listeners now control another radio show, and then they'll decide when they'll let up.
Yep.
They'll decide. We'll leave it in their hands.
I love the fact that his message board's been down for 2 days.
Jason
he can't even get onto his own message board. That's great.
Jason, Chapel Hill, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Morning, Liddy.
Hey.
I just wanted to point out yesterday I was listening to the guy, or the day before, how he said it was a common business practice that he doesn't want to say your names and spread any publicity for you, but every time he was trying to say something about you guys or other people he's ripped off, he wasn't afraid to mention Howard or Neil or all these other guys in the business.
Yeah, that's a good point. He was mentioning other names.
Well, we got our names out on his show, and that helps us in the long run, so no worries.
I'm out of here.
All right, thank you, Jason. All right, so there's the update. The little pussy ran to his bosses, and there's now like a law thing going on.
Don't play my... Dude, his audio is priceless. Dude, you're lucky. Because that broad next to you, I know that's what sunk the ship, is that he saw us just ripping her, and he knows how awful she is. He has to know. How does it feel to know that you're sitting next to an awful woman? This is what you have to deal with, and that's your arsenal.
Yeah.
A fucking chick who's going to go, oh, dear, don't do that now.
Yeah. Your go-to guy has a clit.
Yeah. And not a funny bone in her body.
No. And that's what sunk the ship. You're absolutely right. That's what made him run to the bosses to get a cease and desist out on us, was the fact that we were playing her clips and laughing hysterically at how awful she is. And we would have spent another hour today playing her awful clips.
It would have been a montage of just her inane comments.
Yeah.
What was the one she... She just nods and agrees and offers nothing funny.
You guys remember this jingle that came in about a month ago?
Opie Anthony
In honor of that
Who can
jingle,
forget?
the same guy came up with a new one using some of the wacky names that Mr. Phillips came up for us. Listen to this.
Sniff and snort, Donald and Steve. And don't forget Slim and Sam. XF202. Suck my fucking cock.
That's great.
Did he really call you Slim and Sam?
Oh, yes.
Can I come up with a name for them?
Yeah.
First, though, we need a little button pushed.
Why? Oh, the C word alert?
Yeah, let's hit that, because I have a funny little name.
C word alert. C word alert. I don't know where that thing is.
Well, we'd like to have it pushed, because I have a little wacky name for them.
A fun little wacky name, do you?
We like to warn the ladies out there that this word's coming from time to time.
Warning, warning, C-word alert, C-word alert, warning, warning.
The name of his program should be the Jim and Cunt Show. There you have it. That's the name of your show. Wacky. Jim and Cunt was cute.
It is. So there you have it. If you want to know more about what went on yesterday, go to whackbag.com, opieanthony.net. Start at those two websites. Those guys did an unbelievable job. Unbelievable. There were like 8,000 posts in one of the threads. That was just one of the threads.
And viewed by 35,000 people.
But we have no listeners, right? I'm so sick of commercial radio taking that little jab at us. It's really funny. Well, we're going to show you how many listeners we have from now on, you assholes.
I'm going to pop into the
war room?
As they call it, the war room, tonight. Again, because it was a pisser. These guys out there are hysterically funny. They are just scumbags, too. They just know how to beat the shit out of somebody. And, yeah, we'll do it all again. And then, unfortunately, he has the weekend off and probably imagines that Monday he'll come back on and everything will be cool.
Yeah, that's what he's hoping. Monday we'll start a whole new week.
Yeah, and, they'll move on and get bored with it or something. No. It'll just keep going. We'll talk about it less and less here on our show, is what'll happen. But it'll just continue. Yeah, have fun.
I
have
tried
fun
to
with
get
it.
into that war room yesterday. I just kept hitting the wrong button. Like, it take me back to the sign-in page. I was so annoyed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was full, too. The room was all full. One of the rooms crashed. Had to go to another room. It's like all kinds of stuff going on behind the scenes. Little internet attacks going on.
It was Reed's robe.
Yeah, his name... I'm talking to him on the phone. I go, yeah, pop into the room. He goes, okay. I go, what's your name going to be? He goes, you'll know me when I pop in. So I look, and I see a name, Reed's Robe. God, you son of a bitch.
But I couldn't actually chat.
I was HIV.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was just big capital letters HIV.
Well, it's good that we kind of stray away from the theme of the show in our own private lives. Jesus Christ. Filth bags.
Steve called back. Steve from Massachusetts, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boys? How's it going?
All right, Steve.
I'd like to apologize to everybody because I was a Nancy boy. He kept on making fun of me because basically when I called up, it picks up right on live air so he can embarrass you.
Right.
That's basically what was happening. So I just apologize to everybody. I sound like a fag.
What were you, the guy that was like, I want to talk to those guys?
No, I want to talk to this fool.
You come across like a douchebag. There are a couple of listeners that just don't get it, and they call up, and he picks up the phone, and you're on the air. He's like, let me talk to them guys. Who do you want to talk to? I want to talk to that guy.
Steve.
It's like,
so if you guys want to rag on me, shit on me, go ahead.
Now, just call back today.
At least I'll admit it, you know?
Call back today.
Learn from your mistakes,
and
sir.
Smash his face when he said. Make sure you're on the air, though. He's as broad as a screener.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
And the reality is he can't do a show without going to the phones. And you'll hear it, because maybe he'll do a whole show today without one phone call. Listen how awful it is. He's a one-market sensation.
You know what? He
That
talks
is
about you guys giving him an hour and a half.
Yeah.
He spent 8 hours talking about you guys.
It's been 8 hours so far in 2 days. He's dedicated 2 entire programs. Look at what we did yesterday. We spent a lot of time at the beginning of the show talking about the situation. But then we moved on and did a show. We did our own show yesterday. We had a lot of fun, a lot of things we talked about and got to.
Andrew reading movie lines, by the way. I heard that in the replay.
Right. Oh, my God. At the end of the show where it just cuts him off because he took too long.
Yeah.
Hysterical.
That was really good.
And this guy
show?
just can't do the show. He spent 8 hours in 2 days talking about this. And today, again.
they're gonna do little games today. I guarantee they're gonna probably call a few of their own callers. They're gonna do something wacky.
They're gonna try, but the bottom line is, it's our pests controlling your program. That's it. Whether they get on the air or not, whether they tie up your phones and you don't take calls, whether you have to show prep with some really lousy material so you don't have to use the phones, whatever you have to do, you're doing because our pests are running your show.
It's on Prep Burger right now, looking for a little something to get them through the day. Why don't you just go on Prep Burger and steal something from somewhere else, you disgraceful thief.
Yeah,
you
give it a whirl.
Scumbag thief.
Just wait for when the gay literature starts showing up.
Oh, my God. Yeah. They tend to sign people up for things and really despicable.
I really hope you don't have a pool yet because you're getting one.
Did you see how many... Yeah, I scratched myself.
Oh,
Did you see how many people sent pizza and stuff to their... They were doing that on the message board. It's like, oh, they sent all kinds of food to the studio, and they're just pests. Total pests.
If they really ought to do, they ought to order a funny woman and have her shipped over there. Maybe she can help rescue that fucking abortion of a show he has.
It is hard.
You know what he is? Here's what he is. Dude, you're a cornball. You're a cornball.
Ooh.
That's what he is. He's a cornball. You can't deal with this. We're funnier. We're more clever. We're sarcastic. How are you sarcastic?
Yeah, I heard none of that.
You want to hear sarcasm? Here it is. That chick's really funny. That's sarcastic. Your show blows. You're not a funny guy.
This guy seems to think just because he's saying something that it's true. You're not funny. You're not sarcastic. You're not cutting edge. You're not witty. You're not quick. You're not intelligent. You're not. He says all these things, but then you see no examples of it during his show. You're not funny. And, Jim, that's a great word, cornball. It's not a dirty word. It's not, but it's exactly what this guy is, a cornball.
Oof. On the replay, I laughed. I LOL'd in the car late last night driving home when you called. You said he was done in old fogey fashion.
Old fogey.
That's exactly who he is.
You come off as an old fogey trying to be hip, relevant, funny, cutting edge, and it just isn't working, fella. It just isn't working.
And I guarantee you he is successful because he's probably just something people have become comfortable with because they drive, and oh, here he is again, and that's it.
That's what happens in these small market wonders, like Ope was saying. You know, they're there for so long they become a fixture. It's like it's something that you're just used to being there. It's there, so you put it on, kind of background sound. It's a familiar voice kind of thing. It's not because of anything funny or clever or interesting.
There's no real passion.
No.
It's just what it is.
It's this cornball old hack sitting there thinking he's being clever.
Admitting he's a thief to his listeners. I mean, you're telling your listeners that you rip shit off, and it's like you're disgraceful enough to do it. And then to sit there and just tell your listeners, A, that you make a lot of money, and that you steal. You are just an arrogant, unfunny jerk-off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you are.
And now, us and our listeners control your show.
That's right. I'm actually, Voss is doing a gig, I think, soon in Florida. I might have him booked on that show to do a little promotion. I'll make my decision.
That'll be
on
nice.
who I want on that program.
Right. Jimmy's booking the show.
That's right. I couldn't do any worse job of guest booking than some people in life have done.
So in case the pests are wondering, don't let up.
Yeah, just do
don't
not
let up on
him.
this one.
As a matter of fact, take it to the next level.
That's
just
right.
pound this guy.
That's right.
Relentless. Don't play by his rules because he always puts these rules forth that you're not supposed to say the name of the show, no cursing, answer his questions. Like, just do not even acknowledge his rules. It's all about tying up his phones, eating up his delay, and preventing him from doing the show he wants to do on a daily basis.
You are the bosses.
Yep, you run
are the
his
bosses.
show.
You are you're a large group of program directors, so enjoy being the bosses. 1-888-978-1041, 3 to 7 East Coast time, but only 4 to 7 East Coast time on XM 152 because the hottest show on XM is being preempted by G. Gordon Liddy. How bad are you doing when you're an edgy drive time talk show and they're playing G. Gordon Liddy?
I think this would be a good time to promote the official Opie and Anthony Pest T-shirts.
Yes. Proudly wear the Pest T-shirt.
I think This is like pretty much the last day to pre-order your Pest T-shirts.
For you fat fucks out there.
Well, basically, that's what it comes down to. If you're one of those unusual sizes, you could get a Pest T-shirt.
Yeah, once they're made available to the public, then you just pick up, what do you get, the large?
Large, extra large, that's about it, So you email my brother, the Opie and Anthony Pest T-shirts. His email address is Dr. You can spell out Dr. Dr. Duck, D-U-K, at AOL.com for your official Opie and Anthony Pest T-shirts.
Well, I'd like to ask old Doc Duck. I want to get a regular O&A, the Spread the Virus shirts I want.
I haven't seen them in a while. I might be out on Long Island this weekend. I'll bring some shirts by. How's that? All right?
Poor Imus had to wait for a shirt and buy one. I want a shirt.
But the Pest T-shirts, they're becoming pretty popular as well. And you can email my brother, Dr. Duck, D-U-K, at AOL.com. Spell out Doctor, all right? We're going to take a break, and we're going to do a real radio show. Oh, we got to talk about the subway thing. It's just absolutely amazing. It's on the front page of every paper, and it's got Anthony just in a rage. We'll get into that next. Also today we have new news teasers, one of my favorite bits on the new program.
But they're one of mine.
Huh?
They're also one of my favorites, Opie.
Fuck off and die. I hate
fighting again.
Oh, now you two. Don't go down that road. I'll be her all day. Now you.
Oh, stop. Oh, gosh.
It.
Shut up. Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
Oh, now.
That guy he had a guy call up, and the guy was like,
"Hey, Jim, I know for a fact that Heckle and Jekyll, I won't say their name, they hate each other. They hate each other."
Oh, yeah, you know for a fact. How'd you find this out?
I just know.
Like, he didn't even sit and think it out for 2 seconds and come up with maybe a backstory as to how he found out we hate each other. Like, there was nothing there, and then he goes,
"Well, I know someone that knew an intern."
Like, oh, okay. And then everybody on the message board started going, "Oh, fucking Ricky." Fucking Ricky.
Good old Ricky. All right, why don't we take our first break, and we'll continue. We got some good stuff on the way.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the Onaday virus.
On your birthday, when you get to talk to every member of Black Sabbath, you really have a wonderful birthday.
That's a perfect.
Oh, my goodness.
And you were saying how you hate birthdays yesterday.
That was the best
See what happened?
I've ever had.
Bestest birthday ever for Jimmy.
Bruce Dickinson, Iron Maiden, got him. I got everybody I wanted. It was fantastic.
Wow.
I annoyed Geezer and I annoyed Iommi.
You did?
Geezer's they walk in, they're doing this Babe Fest, Ozfest, a quick appearance backstage with like 20 fans. And of course I'm back there. And they come back to the backstage area, but they're going to go on the tour bus first. So I panic and run over. I'm like, Geezer?
Oh, because you think they're leaving?
Yeah. And he turns around and looks at me.
Oh, you overeager douche.
He turns around and looks at me, and they just kind of like walk onto the bus. So I'm like, fuck. I kind of rushed it, okay. So then they come off the bus. They're going to come over to get a signing. I walk over. I go, "Hey, guys." And the tour manager goes, "Just be patient, man. You'll get it."
Oh, no. Oh, you were the impatient guy.
And then I wait a couple
how embarrassing.
And then I wait a couple of more minutes. And I see Iommi there. I'm like, "Hey, Tony, I'm going to be interviewing you next week for XM." He's like, "Okay."
Okay, yeah.
And I'm like, "I just want to get a picture with you." And he goes, "Well, I think we're doing this thing." And then they turn around and go back onto the bus to do an interview with Cousin Ed. So I'm like, "Fuck." And then they finally come out off the bus again.
Oh, you overeager little shit.
I was awful. They come off the bus. They go to where they make the fans all sit at the table.
I'd have had security remove you by that point. I'd have looked out of the bus window and go, "See that little fuck? He is so annoying. Get him out of here."
Well, they come out. And now all the fans are seated. They're like, everybody has to sit down and be cool. And so Tony is standing there signing an autograph. And I just walk up and go, "Oh, hey, man, did you guys get a picture with me? Because I'm at the station." He goes, "Oh, you again."
No, he didn't. He didn't say, "Oh, you again."
Yes, he did.
You are so embarrassing.
You're the worst.
Oh, you again.
You again.
Oh, God. That is horrible.
I had this laminate, and I was too embarrassed to ask Geezer and Tony to sign it because I annoyed both of them. So this guy, Monkey, who works at
White Tea?
Yeah, man.
Monkey Boy.
Yeah, he's great. So I fucking just begged him to get them to sign it. I'm like, "Come on, dude, just walk up to him." I'm like pestering him, and he got them to sign it.
Oh, you embarrassment.
Dude, oh, you again. I'm really annoyed. And I got to see him next week.
Just be patient. Like the overeager retarded kid that wants to go on the ride. And they're like, no, and you haven't done what you have to do yet. And they're just tugging at you. I want to go.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
You're going to get what you deserve. We send that song out to commercial radio in general. You scumbags. No one's safe.
You stink.
Some of you will be joining us, and the rest, go fuck yourselves. Die along with the business. Let commercial radio just cut your balls off. Oh, we'll save a few people, definitely. We got pals out there. We'll save you. Don't worry. Hang in there, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddies.
Come on over to the dark side.
Our list doesn't include any chicks, by the way. Yeah. No chicks whatsoever.
Oh, come on now.
We all love women on this program. We just don't love women on the radio.
Not now. Don't go down that road. Oof. I'm hurt today. That's it. Like it or not.
Oh. Unfunny cutlet lap.
Yeah.
Chemistry from Whackbag, of course. I hate to admit it, but I've made the transformation. I've morphed from a listener to a pest. Thanks, Jim Phillips. That's right. People are just embracing this, loving it, having fun with it. And he's done. This is just going to crush him.
I have a feeling your co-host goes to tie her shoes and the entire studio smells like squid. How does that feel? Stupid.
Yeah, you really have freedom to be yourself and do what you want when there's just a chick sitting around all day long. You really have that freedom to talk to another guy like guys talk, and crack those jokes that really make people laugh without, oh, God, now, guys.
Well,
hey, now. Yeah, because you want that thrown in. Because someone told you that's what you needed. Someone told you that's what radio's about. Some fucking idiot told you need a woman on your show to balance out things. And you ate it up, and there she sits, wrecking your already lame-ass show.
Sally in Illinois. What's up, Sally?
Hi. I'm not one of those girls that does that. I can say cunt with the rest of them.
Wow, that's some voice.
I'm wondering if you're one of those human laugh tracks like the woman that's on with this Jim guy, what do you aspire to be at the pinnacle of your career? Robin?
Yeah, that seems to be what they really are looking to be, is like Robin Quivers.
And when you look at it down the road, look what happened to Ed McMahon when Johnny retired. He didn't get to be the head of the show. He's Alf's sidekick now.
Dude, what she does is this. It's fake, awful fake laughing. It's just it's become a pattern, almost like a nod. Yeah. What is she going to say? She just contributes nothing. She's salt and pepper.
Oh, God.
It's annoying. It's like a bug flying around your ears, and you keep swatting at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
A bug with tranny hands.
Thank you, Sally.
Big meaty mitts.
Jazz in D.C. What's up, Jazz?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, man.
Love the show. Hey, sexy dick.
Hi, mister.
I was listening to this shit dick yesterday, and during his fucking commercial break, they played commercials for you guys.
Oh, I know.
Ass. He's sitting there saying he's not going to say your name, and they fucking play your commercial.
That is so goddamn funny. They threw together a promo that apparently it was us ragging on him, and it played during his show.
Approved by the fake ELO, by the way.
Yeah, the fake ELO.
Wow, that fake ELO has a lot of power that he can get that promo played.
Certainly does.
Imagine what the real ELO could do.
Right.
Punch it out, fellas.
All right.
We're not. I'm not saying that ELO shouldn't be a fake ELO. How that guy's in charge is beyond me.
No.
But he is in charge, and it is indeed him.
And he sent me a ton of email overnight because the past, it's got to the point, some of them don't take our word either. They do their own fact-checking.
That's what makes them more dangerous.
So then they're emailing Eric Logan like crazy, like, were you the one that was on the Opie and Anthony show today?
Yeah.
They're questioning him. I should print up some of these emails. They're hilarious. They were coming in all night long, all morning long.
A couple of people on the message board and chat rooms and stuff were questioning me also, saying, hey, was it really ELO? And that's when I wrote, if it wasn't ELO, I will suck on Sandy Kane's twatto. I will suck on it. And that's when everyone just went, okay, obviously it was really ELO.
And you know how tight I am with money. I got a $100,000 bet.
$100,000.
Mr. Phillips, if he could prove that wasn't Eric Logan on our show.
I am the winner.
I would have believed that it wasn't Eric Logan if you said, look, I'll put $5 down on it. I would have been like, Jesus, it's him.
All right. This came in overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, I want to try to defend myself, but I'm going to do a horrible job with it. Sean O. from Mineola sent this in overnight, Anthony. The listeners sending in stuff every single day at this point. Very aggressive with helping out the program. By the way, we haven't mentioned in a while, if you're sending audio to the program, please send it directly to Steve. Steve is in charge of all the audio on this program. Steve at foundrymusic.com, okay? But Sean O. from Mineola sent this in.
You know, it must frustrate the shit out of some of these listeners that are very creative, funny. They have a talent for throwing this stuff together. That an asswipe like Jim Phillips has a radio show. And these people, don't. Well, that's what life's all about.
Now,
I think the listeners have proven themselves to the point that I think we need to give them an hour or two on this channel somehow.
That would be a fun thing to do.
Basically, a show called The Listeners of Opie and Anthony, and it's just their stuff.
Throw them on the channel for an hour?
Throw them on, yeah, we got to figure it out. We're going to start building out this channel, I think, in September. But I think on the weekend or something, you got to give these guys an hour or two now.
An hour.
You just have to.
I'm sit there with somebody who can run equipment. And
right. We'll figure it out. But basically, you guys send your stuff in, whether it's you just babbling with your buddies or doing pranks on the street or song parodies, whatever. We'll collect it all and we'll make it into a show and we'll just call it the Listeners of Opie and Anthony.
Listeners Hour.
Or we'll come up with a better name, whatever. The Pests Hour, something. But I think we need to make that happen now.
Some of them have shown themselves to be worthy.
I was going to say, they've proven themselves that they are very creative people.
And some have shown themselves to be construction workers.
Yeah, just inept boobs.
Awful, with no senses of humor.
How does any...
Just horrible.
You almost blew out with humor.
Senses of humor. I can't fucking talk today. I was up much too late last night.
I really genuinely laugh listening to those calls. I think those guys really are funny people out there, man. It's just great to kind of bring them in and just let them do what they do, which is just fucking fuck with people.
Let's go to John on Long Island. John?
I just want to let you know, in between the long commercial breaks that Howard takes, he's playing the retarded period girl old-time audio.
Tell him, Fred.
The first
fucking hack.
The chick that has is getting her period for the first time.
Yeah, the little retarded chick or something.
That's a quickie. We did that at least 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Everyone
By the way,
knows it.
Eric come in here? Is Eric around?
Why?
No reason. Only because when I asked for the Daily News an hour and 8 minutes ago, and he said that Travis was on his way. Did Travis die on the way in here with my Daily News?
Anyway, let me get back to Sean O. from Mineola.
You are just a fuck.
I'd like to have my papers. I know you guys have your copies laid out, so
Yes.
if I want to read something, I want to just flip through it.
Right.
And I don't know why it's so hard to get a copy of the Daily News.
We'll get to the subway thing.
I have a Daily News.
I know, and you should. You're an informed gentleman.
Okay, Jimmy.
Sean O. from Mineola.
Oh, right.
Speaking of creative listeners, I would love to defend myself, but I just can't. He sent this in overnight. It's titled Opie's Flub Mix. And he swears this is 1 day's worth of me stammering.
1 day?
He got all this audio from one lousy day.
Oh, boy.
And threw this together. It's called the Opie Flub Mix. Right. If you really want to get into this. Yeah, we're sorry. It was stupid. It was morally wrong. Because I'm the Opie and Anthony show. Fishes. I'm on the. That's bad. Word. I would have never. Try again. Chinks. Niggers. So I give the incidents. Show with you guys. We understand. Well, and not because it's good. It's and on the we were just what I want to say was so I shut up. I mean, it's you're a hack. You got to put some headphones on. That's what radio's all about. Hey, whoa! I like when they had to have this. Hey, how the people he's I don't know. Oh yeah.
You know you're a fucking mumbling, stuttering little fuck. You know that?
That's pretty cool. That was great. And then he compliments his own bit at the end. There I am stammering now. Did you hear that at the end of the bit?
No, I was too busy enjoying the Ozzy and Anthony show. Very funny.
Very good, Sean O. from Mineola. Send in another one. Oh, you stink.
Very funny. Wow.
Very good. Very good. Let's go to Matt in Philly. Matt, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey, Matt.
Yo, Opie, are you betting a $100,000 candy bar, or are you really trying to do some cash?
$100,000.
Wow. I don't want you to pull a fast one at the end.
And of course he won't acknowledge it, or he'll say it's a dumb radio bit, bid or whatever. But trust me, $100,000 if he can prove that was not Eric Logan on our show yesterday.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm going to see you this weekend up in Cleveland.
Oh, thank you. I'll be there tomorrow night at the Odeon.
You.
You said Jimmy, though, sir. I'm the only Jimmy that's going to be in Cleveland.
All right. And then he hung up on you, Jimmy.
That was rude and mean-spirited.
It was, very.
Well, here's the story of the day that has Anthony completely pissed off. I think all of us pissed off.
You got a little sound clip?
Yeah, I got like 5 clips. All right.
The police commissioner promises the searches.
Yeah, see, there's no setup here, though. I knew that was going to happen. That's okay, though. We got audio to help us with the story here.
Well, in
Basically,
England,
Anthony, go ahead.
In jolly old England, in London, yesterday, of course, you've heard the news, more bombings. But apparently, the detonators went off and the bombs didn't. There were 4 bombs planted. They said 3 more on subways, 1 on a bus, just like 2 weeks ago. And they heard a popping noise. Somebody said it sounded like a balloon popping or a champagne cork going off. And apparently they either screwed up putting the detonator on the explosives, or the explosives were past their shelf life. Did you know they had a shelf life? Or by transporting them, they screwed it up. But I would think if all of them screwed up, it would have to probably be the explosives material just got old and went bad. And it didn't blow up. Lucky for the people in the subways and the buses, but when you really think about it, even though they didn't blow up, just the fact that London right now is under a lockdown as far as their mass transit goes, probably more security in a mass transit system in London than anywhere in the world right now because of what happened 2 weeks ago. And they still got 4 bombs in. They still got, it was just luck that these things didn't go off and kill more people, and they're looking more than anyone in the world, and they still got in. And now in New York City, they are going to start random searches of people's bags as they get on the subway. I think the reason that these bags got in again in London, and the reason why these random searches won't help, is because they have said, they've gone on the news and said, the police commissioner got on and said, we will not be profiling for race during these searches. When I heard that, you almost assumed that was going to happen, but you didn't want the guy coming out and just saying it. You want the cops out there and going, yeah, they're random searches. But then looking at people, face it, it's young Middle Eastern men. Yep. That's who is, if someone's going to blow up the subway, it's going to be young Middle Eastern men. There is no reason to check a black woman's pocketbook. There's no reason to check a white woman with a stroller going on with her baby. There's no reason a white guy in a suit coming home from the office. There is no reason to check these people. Middle Eastern young men. Search them. But we can't. It's against the law.
I guarantee, though, behind closed doors, that's exactly what they've been told to look for.
But they can't.
But, then they have to go out in public and do these press conferences and say, no, it'll be random.
Dude, the news is watching. The second they see 2 Middle Eastern men searched in a row, you're going to see the stories. Are they profiling in the subways? That's what you're going to see. They should come out and say, yes, we are profiling based on what has been going on in the world. Why would you search a white woman with a carriage, a black woman with her pocketbook. Why would you search these people when no bombings have been carried out by them? When none of these bombings by Al-Qaeda have been carried out by these people.
I don't even mind certain white males, because maybe they're going to eventually start bringing in, like, Chechens. Muslims are the real problem. It's not even Middle Eastern guys as much as Muslims, because they even when they're in the Philippines or when they're in Indonesia, I mean, they're not necessarily Middle Eastern looking guys, but it's the religion that's the problem. But here, they're almost 99, if not all, Middle Eastern men.
And in London, I mean, all the videos they got of the people they've researched, it's all Middle Eastern. Of course, they could recruit somebody, a white guy, but the odds are, we know who's doing this. We know who's going to be doing this. If it happened, it wasn't, a white guy in a suit. It wasn't somebody from the Philippines flying those planes. Yep. These are Middle Eastern men, fanatics, lunatics. That's who should be being searched. You're wasting time and resources looking at other races and religions, and it's wasting time.
Well, Bloomberg is a liberal anyway, and he just became a Republican because he wanted to become the mayor.
Right.
There's a great editorial called Random Idiocy. It's in the Post today by a woman named Michelle Malkin, and it's just listing all these things about Middle Eastern men. And the bottom line is, look, I know most of you guys are fine. We know that. But the bottom line is, unfortunately, you are using this, assimilating into this society. Like the guy in London, one of them was a school teacher.
Yeah.
So don't say, how can you look at all of us like that, when the people that are doing this are people that have assimilated into society comfortably. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear the Japanese internment camp bullshit. They were citizens who were harassed when it was a military attack. They never should have been harassed because there was no evidence. They were infiltrating and trying to, you understand, and trying to murder Americans as citizens. That's what these guys are doing. They decided to play the game that way. Tough shit. We have to respond that way.
Why blame the public who just wants to be safe for something that your own people are doing to you? This isn't the public turning around and all of a sudden becoming racist and profiling. This is your people, Middle Eastern men of your religion, Muslim, committing crimes that are making people take a closer look at you, your people, and your religion. That's what it is. And that's where we should be looking. And this isn't because they're afraid it's going to be a condemnation of everybody of Middle Eastern descent and every Muslim. It's not. I understand that. But you have to look at the people that are doing this. That's it. We know who is committing these bombings.
Civil libertarians have no ability to adjust to this type of a situation. They are obsessive, all-or-nothing, knee-jerk reaction. Well, a slippery slope. Fuck you.
Yes.
Slippery slope. And people use that slippery slope dog shit argument to take you from one place to another when they can't get there any other. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an excuse. Like, well, what about this? You want to go with slippery slope? How about this? Let's not have jails simply because an innocent man can be convicted. You want to talk about slippery slope? Well, let's not have jails then.
Yeah.
Let's not have any type of law enforcement because technically that power can be perverted. Fucking slippery slope argument is weak.
Yeah.
All right, we got the audio from the police commissioner here in New York City. Let's go to that now.
The police commissioner promises the searches will be entirely random.
Every certain number of people will be checked. It won't be done on no racial profiling will be allowed. It's against our policies.
Did you hear that? Certainly. Like, hey, no, certainly it will not. Like making an issue like this is the most important part of it. The most important part of this search isn't protecting people from the police searching them based on race. It's protecting the people trying to go to work and come home and remain in one piece. That's what the important part of this is. Take the people that are doing it, use it as profile. Why is profiling such a bad word? Why is profiling such a bad thing? Profiling is used everywhere. You take something, you look at the track record, you look at past performance. It's used in everything. And you base what you do in the future on that record. That's profiling. People use it in the stock market. They use it everywhere. Why can't it be used to protect people?
Same ideology that says profiling is bad are the same ideology that want you admitted to a college based on your race. It is a disgusting double standard, a disgusting, inconsistent hypocrisy. It's really, really irritating, man.
So now we got a bunch of cops doing this. It's costing the city a lot of money, a lot of time. It's there to make us safer, make us feel safer. I don't know, but it's not going to do what it should be doing, which is weeding out and really putting the fear in the people that might do this.
All right, we got more audio here. Let's go to the next clip.
I think that's going to be really tough. There's a lot of people in the station, and during the rush hour, it's going to delay a lot of people.
If you have nothing in your bag, you have nothing to fear.
Yeah, what if they find something else in the bag?
Now, that's another issue.
What if all of a sudden you're some
about.
Dude with like an 8-ball or something?
You got some coke in
I have no
there.
idea that's what they're doing.
Now, technically, they're not allowed to arrest you. I mean, they're just, I guess, looking for explosives. What if you have something illegal in there, a bag of pots on top of your in your backpack, and the cop looks through, finds a big bag of weed.
Random stops. I mean, I don't know the law that well, but random DWI stops. I mean, if they see they're stopping for seatbelts or whatever, if they see something else, they are allowed to arrest
something
you.
Laying out there during. If a cop pokes his head in your car and you have a bag of weed on the seat, obviously he can arrest you. He cannot look in your glove compartment for no reason and pull weed out and arrest you. This is, I guess, Fourth Amendment issue. You can't just pull someone aside and look through their bags. And if you find something, arrest them on that. This is more a security issue. This isn't a... They're trying to present this as not an illegal search thing.
Right.
They're presenting this as a security issue. Like when you go into a concert, you're being searched. You're being searched for something that you might hurt somebody with inside. But if they find pot, and I don't know what they can't arrest you for it, and I think this is the same situation.
Anybody that can't see the logic behind these searches, if there's any civil libertarians out there, and I don't want to hear, well, what's next, your computer's at home? No, jerk-offs, no. When it comes to that, we will all be disgusted. But when people are setting bombs off because they're bringing backpacks on subways, and you say, well, let's start checking backpacks because they're doing this. And I love the excuse people use for Islam, and they say, well, it's poverty. They play on poverty. They give these people hope. They are recruiting middle-class people who are not poor. They're educated. It's not about them being stupid. It's not about them being poor. They are religious fanatics.
Businessmen. Okay, a lot of businessmen, a lot of money.
A lot of them. That's why we lump them all into the same category. And the reason Islam is always brought up is because Bin Laden associated themselves.
We got the police commissioner on TV right now.
Certainly won't be all the time. But, you'll see it in I think, significant locations, some of our larger locations.
I noticed right after Madrid, you sent people over there right away to look at what happened. I imagine you do the same thing with London after 7/7?
Yes.
Is anything your guys or your people, your investigators over there, is anything they're telling you about what they're seeing in London prompting what we're seeing here in New York?
No. By the way, the British have been very open and with us. They've been terrific. We do have someone right there privy to the ongoing investigation.
Look at the hottie over his shoulder.
Great. But there's nothing specific that's coming out of London that required us to put this procedure in place.
All right, it's the same stuff. He's really just...
Police apparently, yes, in London shot and killed I guess a suspected bomber in one of the tubes.
The Stockwell tube station, yes. Yes. Oh, jolly good. Stop then. No? Yes, I'll shoot you then. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we got a security expert, a little audio from him.
It's going to create some problems because the public is not aware that this is going to happen. With a very short announcement, no leaflets, no pamphlets has been given out to prepare the people.
Pat him down.
He smuggled gold teeth out of Germany in 1940. Creep.
More of the security expert.
We won't have enough people to detain. And what happens if I turn around and decide not to be searched and walk out? Will they run after me? Will they challenge me? I mean, we're going to have confrontations every day.
That's a great point. Now, let's say there is somebody that fits the profile. They got a backpack. The cops come up to him and go, I want to search you. What they're saying is if you deny the search, you'll be turned away from the subway. Now you turn away and say, I don't want to be searched. What will the cops do? If this guy kind of fits the bill, he's got a backpack, he doesn't want to be searched, now what do? Let him just go up into the streets? Let him find another subway? Your instincts would be, let me check this guy further. This will present a problem.
What will happen is this. A few pukey, I don't want to say college students, but a few pukes will purposefully walk away just to have the self-righteous indignation. I'm not going to be searched, man. And when the cops come after them, they won't have anything on them.
Mm-hmm.
I could see a guy with drugs turning around. The only thing they should do is if you have a weapon, some type of a deadly weapon, then you should be arrested.
Well, that would be. If you have, let's say, an illegal gun in there,
Definitely.
that's something that can be used on the subway.
Absolutely.
By a terrorist. Just start randomly shooting in the subway. So that I could see. Then there's some marginal calls, what if they find pepper spray?
Nah, leave it alone.
Drugs,
leave it alone. As much as you want to arrest a guy for drugs, that's not what you're there for. You're not there to search a guy for an 8-ball or for pot.
Yeah.
They also interviewed the news, this big-haired passenger.
Yeah, that guy we were all laughing in the office. They found some guy with the hugest head of hair.
It was unbelievable how much hair this guy had.
Puffy head of...
It was
looked like a big pile of black dog shit on his head. It was great.
It was hilarious. This is what he had to say.
I guess that's a good idea, considering what's going on in London. I guess you can't be too safe. So.
And you're not going to find it a violation of your privacy?
That's questionable. I guess so long as there's no racial profiling going on. However, it could be pretty hard to monitor that, I suppose.
Ugh. Exactly.
So now you're
just
gonna
invite them in and sit on a plane next to them. Don't even search getting on planes. How about that? We welcome them in and they just sit on a plane and do what they want.
Yeah.
You fucking dummies.
How about that?
Let's go to Mike in Pennsylvania. Mike, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Mike?
Hey, I totally agree with you guys on the profiling thing. It seems like a real no-brainer. It's not PC, but it is the right thing to do.
Yes.
But there is one small problem.
Okay.
What?
You guys there?
Yeah, let's go.
The problem is one of the 4 original bombers was a black guy from Jamaica.
Again, that's what I was saying about the Chechens. You're going to have that. You have to go with the percentages, though, which was
that's
like
what I'm saying.
99%. Of course we know it could be somebody else. Could be a black guy. It could be, a white guy from Chechnya who looks like I do. Or believe me, we know that.
But you got to play the odds. You got to look for your best chances of finding these people, and the best chance is it's going to be a young Middle Eastern man.
Yeah, that's it.
Pete in Florida. What's up, Pete?
Hey, guys. I'm actually, first of all, love the show. Just got XM. Second of all, I'm in law school right now, and there's a rule called the rule of plain view. This goes in hand with what you guys were talking about. If a cop pulls you over for something and he sees, say, an empty beer container underneath your seat, he can write you a ticket for open container. Or if he's searching your house, if he comes to your house on a domestic violence call and he sees a bag of weed, he can arrest you for that. It's called the rule of plain view. He can't openly search without a warrant, but if he sees it with his own eyes, then, yeah, you can definitely get in trouble. Punch it out.
All right. And I think one thing that's key is that when searches are done like this, there has to be a certain amount of dignity and respect with it. You can't just go, all right, give me the bag. If you're searching people, most people will understand why you're doing it.
Right.
The bottom line is I get stopped every time I get on a plane. I look like a fucking just a weirdo. If you're searching people, like after Oklahoma, if they were pulling me over and searching me, I'd understand it because it was a bunch of white guys with crew cuts who were fanatics. As long as you do it with respect and you're not a scumbag to the people, because almost every person you search in this country is going to be fine.
Yeah.
Hey, I agree with Rich in New York. By the way,
who's
I think
Rich?
I made this point a little earlier. Go ahead, Rich.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey.
I just want to let you know I definitely agree with pretty much everything you guys are saying.
Well, you better, damn it.
Yeah, for Pete's sake. Oh, now,
guys.
Do you guys think that maybe since they're going to start this, they're just trying to pay the media a little lip service before these civil rights groups can step up and start screaming profiling, that they're just kind of saying right up front, we're not going to do it. But in the back of their minds, they know exactly who it is that they're going to go after, but just kind of try to head off.
It's very hard to keep that a secret, though, especially when you have the media and you have these groups that are just going to be like vultures hanging over these people, watching them, waiting for a Middle Eastern man to be searched, and then, hey, look at this, look what we saw. Our cameras caught this police officer searching only Arab men. Yeah, they're just waiting to spring.
They do have to say that, though. Let's be honest. In this world, you can't just come out and just tell the truth, unfortunately. But the thing that's disgusting is that you can't just be honest about it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that is disgusting, because I'd feel a lot safer if they were just profiling. That's for sure. And you know something? People would say, well, you wouldn't feel that way if you were a Middle Eastern man. Oh, well, tough shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, my people aren't the ones blowing things up.
Yeah, exactly. Our culture isn't saying that mothers aren't proud of their sons when they strap a bomb to themselves and kill a bus full of children.
And maybe if these good Muslims, maybe if these real good Muslims that are good members of society that everyone keeps talking about showed a little fucking outrage at what these animals were doing and didn't just remain silent and quietly praise these assholes, perhaps you'd be treated a little better. But not a peep out of these sons of bitches.
That's why
There's a great picture in the paper, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
With the cop looking at that lady.
There's a Middle Eastern woman walking by in England. She's got a stroller and a fully armed cop with a dog, and he's got his head turned and he's looking at her like, "What's in the stroller? What's in the stroller, pig?" And that's kind of what it's turning into.
That picture says a lot right there.
Show a little, speak out. Speak out against. Have an entire mosque come out and all their congregation come out against this. Be very vocal about it. Get on the news and say this is an awful thing, but you just don't see this.
See, that's why when I hate when they raise the example of Oklahoma. When that happened and they arrested McVeigh and Nichols, everybody was screaming for these scumbags to be executed.
Yeah.
White people, black people, the whole country came out and said these pigs should be executed.
Right.
There was no silent agreement. There was no condoning by not speaking out. And Muslim groups have been awful about speaking out. And sorry, Bin Laden and the rest of these fanatics associate themselves with Islam. They are saying, we are Islam. We're not saying that. They're saying that. And if they're not going to, you're not going to separate yourselves. Don't be pissed off when everybody just goes, well, he's saying it's Islam. We're going to look at you like it's Islam. Sorry about that.
Right. They're putting faces on the religion. They're the ones putting the face. And unless these people come out and speak out against this and try to put that face on the Muslim religion, it's going to be tied into bombings, killing, terrorism. That's just the way it is. Sorry.
And don't say you can't galvanize people, because how about when the Quran was torn up when they're trying to get information from people who might be trying to murder us?
Came out of the woodwork for that one.
The rage in the streets, the rioting. Meanwhile, Al Zarqawi is chopping off the heads of civilians. Not a fucking peep.
Yeah.
He's doing it in the name of Islam, not a fucking peep.
So I don't want to hear about the good side and the good people. And there's so many. It's just, like Colin said, a few million bad apples.
Yeah, don't let a few million bad apples spoil the bunch.
Let's go to Paul. A couple more.
I mean, when the IRA does a bombing, they don't target Irish Catholics, right? That's fine.
Of course they Of course they do. Of course they do overseas.
And they even interned them in Northern Ireland. God forbid that would happen here.
Well, we obviously have to do something different to protect these people. Like I said before, London has been on lockdown as far as their mass transit system goes for 2 weeks after that bombing 2 weeks ago. They have probably had the most secure subway system, the most secure transit system in the world, because 2 weeks ago they were bombed. And 4 bombs, again, got on the subways and a bus. It was just sheer luck they didn't blow up another, maybe 100 people this time, maybe more. What are you supposed to do? How are we supposed? Obviously, what they're doing isn't working. They're still getting bombs on these vehicles.
It's disgusting.
So you got to step it up.
All right.
You got to stop trying to be nice to groups of people, and protect the people that just want to go to work.
Anthony.
Guys, we are doomed as a society until we accept racial profiling. Just look at the New Jersey Turnpike. Racial profiling works. And you know what? I hate these... joke that just bombed. Anyway, I hate these Muslims that are so arrogant and smug when they get interviewed and they say, oh, well, we're really skeptical. We're skeptical to see that we won't be profiled. If you don't have anything, what the hell's the point? You're the one that's going to get bombed also. If you don't have anything and you're on that train, you're going to get bombed just like us. So what are you hiding?
Oh, they profiled a lot of the good Muslims that were on their way to work in London and got blown to bits, Some they showed a girl that was just coming home from work. Muslim girl. She had a very Arabic name, and blew up. They don't care.
That's acceptable to them because it's in jihad. I mean, it's just they're just taught that it's acceptable to kill yourself and other people, and it's just keep doing it. Keep doing it, but don't be pissed off when everybody looks at your entire religion and says you're a problem.
Yeah.
Don't be angry when we accept the message that these people are giving and you're not standing up as a group and saying this is ludicrous.
They're showing outrage. They're just silent. So what are we supposed to see? Your silence or this guy killing 50 people with a bomb strapped to him?
And for those people that say our Saudi Arabia relationship is disgusting, I agree with you. It's awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Sean the trucker. Sean?
Yeah.
Let's go, Sean.
Not too much. How are you guys?
I didn't say that, but
what's up?
What's up, Sean?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Have a good flight.
You don't listen either.
Yeah. Way to go, Brian Regan.
The comment I wanted to make is, you know, you're talking about how they're going to affect innocent people. Well, the government's already doing it to truckers. You know, some of us who've been driving a truck for a while have hazardous materials permits or endorsements on our license. Well, now we have to pass a background check in order to keep that, which could prevent us getting a job.
And well, you should.
And instead of, like, checking out Middle Eastern drivers, you know, because there's lots of them out here that are out here driving a truck. You know, they're checking everybody. So, you know, the poor person that made a mistake when he was 18 years old might have a chance of losing his career because of these people blowing people up.
Yep.
You know?
He's trying to bring it all home to the trucker angle.
All right, Sean. A little angle there. We got more audio of the searching of the bags in the subways, Anthony. Let's listen to this.
But my life isn't bad at all. I'm still on the air. I've got my kids, and I've got
Pat Battle. Pat Battle.
She's the best friend I could ever have. And who knows, with a little time, the right energy, I think I could talk
Pat Battle
into some hot lesbo action.
You bastard! Even in the middle of being serious.
Pat Battle.
Jesus.
Love Pat Battle.
I want to pray to
Opie
right now. Jesus Christ, who I love so much more than anything in the whole world, I am begging you, please send
Pat Battle
to the United States of America to kill
Anthony.
Finally. Thank you. I love you.
Opie.
I'll do whatever you say if you just make that come true.
Nice. He added a few more little names in there.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, this is going to, obviously, this is the first day of this, and you're going to see this story just blow up. The news, of course, having just a field day with it. That's their top story. They got their reporters all over the city, all over the subway station.
Perfect opportunity for assaults on the media today, by the way.
You see any of these news guys at the subway stations, they're all over today. Penn Station, even in Jersey, Metro North, they're all over the place. So feel free to yell O&A Party Rock, grab a sign, whatever, and have fun with it because they're out in force today.
Yeah, the Assault on the Media contest for July is continuing, obviously.
Yes.
Only, like 10 days left, and the winner will win a Mi-Fi and a day in the studio with the gang.
Whoa, what a prize.
Not bad.
Listen on your Mi-Fi while you watch us through the window.
And the dude from...
That's not in studio, eh?
The dude from Boston is still in the lead. The dude in Boston is still in the lead. You got to beat that guy who had a great assault on the media. He was like topless with his man boobs and wow stickers.
Yeah.
It was very, very funny.
We should send Harry into subway stations with a backpack, see if he gets searched. You know? That'd be great.
Yeah.
Or what, Danny? Harry. Yeah.
We should send
Give
Harry.
him a big backpack and send him into the subway station and see if he gets searched.
We should send Harry and then like Nathaniel.
Yeah.
You don't get much whiter than Nathaniel.
We'll see if they're profiling.
Yeah, let's see if they are profiling. That's a great idea, actually.
Guarantee the news will do that. They'll send a couple of guys.
Of course they will.
And we found he was searched in 5 out of 6.
Yeah.
Because the police were displaying common sense.
Oh, they can't get on the air fast enough with that angle.
Of course.
They wonder why we hate them.
You'll see that all over the news, probably by this weekend here in New York City. Speaking of which, how about we take a break? We come back, we do the new news teases.
Ooh. Yeah.
We love
this ties in.
The fear tactics that the news uses for us to watch longer.
Scaring the crap out of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they come.
Opie and Anthony. Here we go.
Waka waka. Suck it. He. What the fuck is that? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I like that.
Oh yeah.
What an ass.
I can't believe.
Are you insane? Oh, yeah.
Oh, God damn.
All right.
Say what again? Come on, say what? What? Shut the fuck up.
Say goodbye to commercial radio. We're coming to get ya.
That's right.
This is the Opie and Anthony program. It is a virus. Believe it. Spread the virus across America for us, okay? Slowly but surely, this thing is going to just get bigger and bigger and bigger, thanks to XM Satellite Radio. Here's a guy that is in New York City, Anthony, Paul. He just was at Penn Station.
Here's a guy.
Paul, what's going on at Penn Station?
Yo, man, it's funny, dudes. Yo, it's really, really funny. Yo, they got people lined up like a friggin' fire drill at school. They got these Middle Easterners, but you should hear the Ricans, bro. They're going crazy. You should see. It's like a gang of them come down with their bandanas, and they're with the friggin' Azu Peps, the Nigs. They're walking down, and it's like they see the cops, and the cops are standing there looking at them like, oh, this is great. They turn around and walk away. It's great. You can walk around with your bags open, your money hanging out of your pocket. You ain't ever going to get robbed in this place. But they got, yo, it's funny. Yo, it's really fun. Listen, yo, fellas, I got to take a bong hit. Am I allowed to?
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
All right, big.
Wait, what is smoking weed?
Yes. And I'm a school teacher, too.
That's great. Please tell me you're in class.
This guy has all the features.
Nah, summer school, fellas. I just got over cancer. I had my right nut removed. I have Lance Armstrong.
Ow.
Wow.
Yo, it's crazy. But it's a good thing with the chicks. It looks like a turkey's friggin' neck. It's great.
Oh, God.
So,
all right, Paul.
So good. Listen,
you're
guys
exhausting
are
us.
I'm so glad you're back.
All right.
Jimmy Norton, go fuck yourself. I love you.
Thank you, mister. Bye.
All right.
A madman.
We should get into news teases. Billy Bob Thornton on the Today Show. I'm sure he'll be on our show next.
Oh, he's in New York again.
Yeah. Bad News Bears. Come on. I had faith in this remake. The New York papers, I think the Post giving it 2 stars, Daily News 3 stars.
3.
I got to go to RottenTomatoes.com, though, to get the real scoop.
I don't care what the reviewers say. I've seen movies that have been panned, and I thought they were great, and vice versa. So I don't care.
I like to say vice versa.
Vice versa.
Vice versa.
Ooh. So I don't care.
Little spin on that.
I just go, oh, gosh, stop.
I'll definitely see the movie. I was just hoping it was going to be, well, we'll see. Who's that? What are they saying on Bad News Bears and RottenTomatoes.com? Let me get the, ooh.
Is that Spacey?
Huh?
No.
No, that's Elvis Costello.
Elvis Costello, Kevin Spacey.
Well, no, it
Silly
looks like
goose. And that's, wait, isn't that Emmylou Harris?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't even recognize celebrities anymore because I never see any of them walking through here.
Rotten Tomatoes giving the Bad News Bears a 44% rating. That means it's a rotten rating, unfortunately.
Good.
The interns are combing through the reviews to get some of the better ones so we can read some of those for you guys from across America.
I didn't think it looked like a promising movie, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah.
The original's so great. I just had faith in it because Billy Bob Thornton and Bad Santa, you thought, okay, he can maybe make it just slightly better than the original. Right. Okay. News teases, Anthony. News teases.
Yes.
Moscow in flames, missiles headed toward New York. Film at 11.
Wow. Was that last night? Fox? What was that?
Are we worried about Moscow? Moscow anymore?
Moscow in flames.
Mm-hmm.
Rams plagued by fumbles as earthquakes rock Los Angeles. Film at 11. I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.
I remember these.
From Kentucky Fried Movie.
That's what it was. Kentucky Fried Movie. That was one to go to the drive-in to with your pals and drink a lot of beer.
I watched that recently. It doesn't really hold up.
Doesn't hold up, no.
No, not really.
That was very 70s, early 70s or something.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Dugout Doug. We haven't talked to him yet. One of the generals of the O&A Army checking in.
Yeah, asshole didn't talk about the Army on his show yesterday. Hey, maybe he's giving them a little more credit these days?
Yeah, he mocked the
Wasn't
Army.
Goofing on the Army.
Actually, I've got a couple rebuttals.
Yeah.
For the Jim and Cunt show.
Okay.
First off, Anthony doesn't wear tank tops and shorts. He wears periwinkle shirts.
That's right. It's periwinkle.
Second off, Opie doesn't have an adorable Adam's apple. He has an adorable V above his belt line. They didn't do almost 2 hours on the Jim Phillips show yesterday
because we wanted to give him attention. It's called filler because we don't get any guests. Okay, so get that shit straight. You are our Rodney King. We are the LAPD. We're going to keep beating your black ass every time you try to get up. How does it feel to be our personal nigger punching out?
Jesus. Wow. And, guys, don't be discouraged when he doesn't take a lot of calls.
Yeah, if he doesn't take a lot of calls, you're winning.
That means you're doing a fine job.
He so wants to take calls. It's his whole show, and he won't be able to. I mean, I really don't want to give out the number again, because if you don't know, 1-888-978-1041 by now, WTKS.com. You can listen online, or you can listen on XM 152. But the first hour is preempted on XM 152 by G. Gordon Liddy. So if you want to hear the whole thing, go to WDKS.com and listen to this fuckhead.
It's fun listening, too, because he just hacks it up through the whole show.
We're not afraid to send you there.
Let's say hi to Paul in Boston. Paul?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, Paul.
I was just thinking, you guys ought to send somebody down to the subway with a backpack full of dildos, blow-up dolls, a bunch of gay porn. So when they're searching through it, it's to freak all those people out.
Sex toys.
That could be really funny.
A backpack full of sex toys and
with one vibrating.
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't want. Honestly,
he'll go to jail.
Yeah, honestly, we got a great relationship with the cops.
Stop
here.
it.
We don't want to do that to them. All right, thanks, Paul.
Take it easy.
All right. Okay, new news teases on the Opie and Anthony show. It's all about fear.
Love the panic.
And we're starting to get more from around the country. We want you guys to participate in this bit a little bit more than you have.
Yeah, we hear the local New York ones, and they're great. But we want to hear what the rest of the country is doing. What fear they're spreading? Anthrax, perhaps, in the Midwest? Is that what it is? Earthquakes in California? Is that what they get? Their fear-mongering? Is that where it's set? Stuff like that?
Yep. We got some great examples today, so listen to these great examples. And if you're hearing this going on your local news, please send them in to Steve at steve@foundrymusic.com, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Without further ado, here's the latest batch of news teases, Anthony.
Okay, is a birth control patch more dangerous than the pill? We're going to tell you what doctors are saying.
How about a yes or no?
That story should take 1 second, you ass.
The format is the same every time. The question, they present it as a question.
Yeah.
A fear question, and then we'll give you the answer. We'll tell you. We'll let you know.
Gee,
fear question, we'll get the answer later. Fear question, we'll give you the answer later.
By the way, before we move on, we're abusing the news on a regular basis these days.
Yeah.
But we forgot to talk about that story they did about that bogus traffic cop guy. He's not a bogus. He's a real traffic cop guy.
The guy looks like he should be standing in a police lineup. He just looks like a hip-hop gangster.
I got to applaud the news. They did this story. We were laughing so hard in the office.
They took their cameras out in shame fashion. And and they found these two store owners in downtown Manhattan that were being written up tickets for parking near a hydrant. The only problem was, and they had paid a few of these, until they realized there was no fire hydrant there in front of their building. So the news, of course, jumps on it, and they start looking into other tickets in the area that, by the way, were given out by the same traffic enforcement guy. This guy, like I said, looked like he belongs in a police lineup. And they found some inconsistencies in his traffic tickets. One guy had a ticket, said he had parked 100 feet from the curb. So the reporter gets a big tape measure and measures from the curb 100 feet, and it was in the stockroom of a store across the street. Another one was parking by a fire hydrant, and it was in front of a certain address. He went, that address didn't exist. And even if it had, he panned the block. There wasn't a fire hydrant on the entire block. Not even on the entire block. And they confront the guy, the traffic officer.
It was really fun.
And he's just like, I don't know. No comment. And they followed his car. They videotaped him making illegal turns, using his lights to go through red lights. And then they pull him over again. When he parked, and the news guy jumps out and starts going, what about these traffic tickets you're giving? There wasn't a fire hydrant there. He goes, I don't want to talk about it.
Do we still have that audio?
Yeah, someone was picking up the audio from it.
If we could find that, because it was just pure comedy.
The guy is...
it was just hilarious.
What a dick. He's probably, loafing, as they say, loafing.
Yep. Shiftless, would you say, Ed?
Shiftless, not doing his job. And then he probably has 10 minutes left on his shift and figures he's going to write a few tickets. Say, that's what I did all day.
And let them fight it if they want.
Yeah, that's it. They either fight it, they don't, they pay it, who cares?
Hopefully he'll get fired and then executed.
These traffic enforcement guys in the city here are just the worst. They're not real cops.
No.
They drive around in cars that kind of look like police cars. They wear uniforms that kind of resemble NYPD uniforms. But they are just these morons with, I don't know, they're scumbags. There's no reasoning with them. And I know they hear it all the time, but there are certain situations where it's like, you are just being a prick right here.
I've seen moms with baby carriages, like, running back up to their car as they're getting a ticket.
Yeah.
And their meter literally just ran out. And these guys will not give anyone a break. It's like the mother begging and pleading, like, please, and they don't even listen to her.
You know what
they
just
stare straight ahead and just keep writing.
You know what they should be ticketing that I have no problem with? Ticket the shit out of the double parkers. People that double park, ticket the shit out of them. That's what I want to see. Don't waste time because somebody's meter just ran out 3 minutes ago. If their meter's up a half hour, write them up. It's the double parkers and the goddamn people that stop in the middle of the intersection. I got in an argument with a bus driver yesterday. I'm driving out of town, driving down 57th, coming across 5th, and this bus goes to make a turn in front of me, where I had to step on the brakes. I was going straight. He's making a left in front of me. And there's nowhere for him to go. He can't complete the turn. So what he does is make the left enough so he blocks both lanes now. Now I'm sitting there. I got a green light. I can't go anywhere. So I beep. I flip him the bird. And he smiles at me. He starts laughing. I'm like, good move, motherfucker. And then his room cleared, and he stayed there. He sat there until the light turned red for me. And then he smiles and drives off. So I lay on the horn and drive right through a bunch of pedestrians through the red light because I wasn't going to let him...
Was he a cabbie?
No, bus driver.
I hate them.
Goddamn bus driver. They are pricks. They'll turn right in front. And this guy turned where he couldn't complete the turn. He knew it. He saw it. He's going to block 57th, and that's what he did. He blocked both lanes, both eastbound lanes of 57th fucking Street in Manhattan. You just want to shoot people.
And they won't alternate merge when going into a tunnel. The bus will stay on the ass of the other bus.
Right.
There are times, and I really mean this, there are times, this is why I don't own a gun, there are times where I would have fired into a bus window.
For
that.
The pleasure and joy it would give you.
Just, you know what it would, just to see the fact that you're not doing an alternate merge like I do properly, the bullet tearing into your fat stomach, and then all you're picturing is your family as you slump dead over the wheel, and then I drive away happily.
And I've driven with Jimmy. He means it.
Yeah, I always
you're
do
the
alternate merge, the zipper merge, where one, the other, one, the other, one, the other. And you could be the biggest. I'm a prick on the road, but I give courtesy to people that want to get in, to people that want to get somewhere faster than I want to get. Let her rip. Do whatever you want to do. But there are people that they get right up on the bumper. It's like, what are you doing? Let me in, jackass.
Hey, Opie, that looks really good.
What are you eating?
Yogurt.
Oh. What kind of crunchy stuff do you have on there?
Granola.
I'd like some.
All right.
Do you have any in that bag?
Mm-hmm.
Here's where I get my yogurt.
Oh.
Chop, chop.
He's clapping.
Fetch me a boy.
Oh, you are awful.
John, Jersey, go.
What's up, boys? I had a friend who owned an electrical business in Brooklyn. He parked his truck in his own driveway.
Yeah.
Goes inside for 2 minutes, comes out, the brownie gave him a ticket. Oh, that's right, the ticket agent gave the traffic
For what?
agent a ticket. For parking in a private driveway, he said. So he went inside, got a fire extinguisher, jumped on top of the hood of the car, and sprayed the foam fire extinguisher all over the traffic agent's car. They called the 1013, come over. The regular cops had to come over because right after they merged with the PD, and they had to actually lock my friend up for it. So they taken him over to the station house, and the lieutenant turns to him and goes, "Did you actually jump on the hood of the car?" He goes, "Damn straight I did." And the lieutenant just
laughed it off and stuff, and then they gave him a death appearance ticket and took off. But those guys are the worst. They've ticketed. I'm a medic in the state. They've ticketed our ambulances before, and when we park in like a no standing zone and stuff, but that's where we're supposed to sit. They'll give tickets to the ambulance and stuff to write you up. Some of them,
I watch these ticket agencies. They'll just sit at a meter and watch it expire.
I'm actually writing a movie. It's about a couple of ticket agents who are coming up out through a manhole, and a large vehicle runs over their skulls. And the movie is called Ha Ha.
When we get them in the in the ambulance, they get because they'll say they get assaulted by somebody and stuff.
Yeah.
We just make their life miserable. We tape them down, like extra tape along their forehead and stuff. We just absolutely do whatever we can to make them miserable.
You do what?
Motherfuckers.
You got to tape them down like a backboard because they'll get like hit or something like that. Now they're claiming that they they hurt their neck or they hurt this, they hurt that.
So you got to tape their head so it doesn't move. So what these guys do is
you tape along their eyebrows.
They tape them along their eyebrows, or I've heard that these guys will do this if they don't like you, or they'll tape you way up on your forehead where your hair is. So then they have to rip
your
off.
hair out when they take the tape
and it's
off.
like fly tape, so you take that off, everything comes off with it.
That's hilarious.
What kind of yogurt are you eating?
Light and lively.
Raspberry.
I don't want raspberry, but I would like a light and lively yogurt.
Oh.
Yeah, light and lively blueberry. I'll have a little bit of stuff.
No,
in there.
go vanilla or lemon if you're going to throw the granola in.
Why?
It just tastes better that way. It's a safer flavor.
Ooh.
You don't want too many flavors.
I like flavors.
This is interesting. I never thought of this. Mark from Yuma, Arizona, is asking, what's a double parker?
Oh, my God.
I didn't even realize that because you're from New York. And this doesn't really happen anywhere else but New York. For some reason,
that is something I assumed
only
everyone would know.
in New York, double parking.
Everyone does know.
This is what happens. You're driving down the street, and there's cars parked on the left side of the street and the right side of the street. And a truck or a car or whoever will decide they will just stop next to the car that is parked on the side of the street and block traffic and get out of their car, not standing. They'll get out of their car, go about their business, and leave their car parked next to a parked car in the middle of the street.
And sometimes you're the car that's blocked in.
Yeah.
And that you have no idea when that guy's going to return.
Yeah, now you're parked there, and now a guy just parked next to you. You got a car in front of you, a car behind you. Beep, you just lay on the horn hoping
you're completely blocked in, and now you have to wait for this guy to eventually get back to his truck.
I've done the over-the-sidewalk, where the only way to get out is to back up and pull onto the sidewalk, drive down the sidewalk until you find an open space, and pull back out onto the road, because they block you in. And when trucks do this, there are times where you cannot even squeeze by, where someone has to move, you beep, you bitch at the truck driver. But it's only in New York do you see people stopping in the middle of the street. That's what double parking is.
All right, let's go to Nate, Brooklyn. Nate.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Hey.
Precious, squishy nipples. My wife last week was taking my 6-week-old son to his pediatrician in Brooklyn on Kings Highway. She is parking the car. She's in the middle of parallel parking when one of those brownies swoops down. An open spot right in front of the office. When she gets in, the woman hands her a ticket. She says, "What's it for?" She goes, "For double parking. You was blocking traffic." My wife looks around. Not a car in sight. And my wife is trying to say, "Do you know of any other way to get into a spot than to parallel park?" And the woman wouldn't listen.
They never listen.
$150 ticket. We got a new kid, and we got to now fight this stupidity.
Yeah, I hate them. And there's times where you see them. I'm hoping that occasionally, at least, they're paralyzed by passing vehicles. There's got to be some consolation that occasionally a mirror clips the spine just right, and the rest of their life is spent shitting into a bag for that ticket they went to write.
Ben in Connecticut.
How's that? You can't hug your kids on Christmas morning, ticket giver.
Ben, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
I just wanted to say you guys absolutely don't listen to each other because I can't believe you didn't car crash Jimmy on that ha-ha movie joke.
No, that's very funny.
We all heard that one. I like that.
Oh, God.
You have no sense of humor.
That's right. You should be listening to the Jim Phillips show.
Yeah.
What's that, sir?
I was hiding under my car seat so no one else saw me listening to this radio show. I couldn't believe it.
That was a funny joke.
Wait a minute. Now, why shouldn't you be car crashed on that awful bomb?
You're right. Thank you. I'm going to go over and listen to Jim Phillips now.
All righty.
Thank you.
Angel Rooney asking Anthony, just wondering, do you still carry golf balls in your glove compartment like the old days?
That was me.
I used to have golf balls too.
Oh,
no,
okay.
mine was change.
Yeah,
right.
No, I did the golf ball trick.
Yeah, I would have a change and just pick it up and throw a handful of pennies and nickels out my window at people, at cab drivers with their windows down. You motherfucker, wham, and just wail it at them. It's like buckshot. It's right in the head. Yeah. And Opie would throw golf balls at
I would throw golf balls on the highway at people that would laugh and give me the finger, thought they were being cool, and I would just throw golf balls at them. Open the side window and just wham.
The old road rage days.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
You ever hit a golfer with golf balls?
Ooh, true. Yes.
All right, let's get back to the news teases, everyone.
Yes.
Ooh. So I forgot. What was the first one again? Let's go back to the first one, and we'll move through these.
Okay, is a birth control patch more dangerous than the pill? We're going to tell you what doctors are saying.
Scary question. We'll give you the answer later.
Later. The next one's going to really make you laugh.
A huge Oreo cookie recall to tell you about. Grab a pen and paper.
I have to know.
Oh, come on.
Please tell me, what is wrong with Earl that they're recalling him?
How good is that? We're not even safe from Oreo cookies.
Oreo cookies, wow. Jot this down. What?
Get a pen and paper.
Get a pen and paper.
And take a dip at your own risk. Do you know what's in that water? What you're really jumping into tonight at 10.
You see a quick flash of just Tommy Morrison bleeding into a pool.
Robert Reed doing the backstroke.
Semen leaking all over the place. Hair falling out.
How good is that?
Oh, my God. Arthur Ashe spitting into the skimmer.
Do you know what you're jumping into? Jim Phillips should hear that.
Wow.
Oh.
Plus, aren't kids supposed to be safe in their own beds?
It was horrifying to wake up and see my son just laying there with blood all over him.
A little boy shot in his sleep.
Wow, that's horrid.
You're not even safe in your own bed.
I know, there's a little cowboy hat on the floor. Videos of
little boots, little pointy cowboy boots.
Little shiny, never to be scuffed again Spurs. The clink of those on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Wow. All right, moving on.
Hazards and how to fix them. And Christmas forecast, 5 to 7 a.m.
Hazards? What?
Hazards for your baby, I guess.
Oh.
And how to fix them.
They show a pillow.
That one's
petrified.
And our ex-cons walking the hallways of your child's school. The shocking results of surprise background checks. No parent should miss this report. Next.
No parent should miss this report.
Can't you at least tell us the school that you researched?
There's little kids walking through the hallways, and a scene from Oz is playing out down at the end of the hall. This guy's butt-fucking each other for cigarettes.
My substitute teacher, Adebisi, came in today. He had a little hat.
His little hat stuck like a suction cup on the side of his head.
The kid with his oversized backpack. What the hell's that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
School theme. God, the beginning of this show is just impossible to watch after a while. Remember Oz? During this song, the credits are rolling, and it's just clips of men's cocks.
Dude,
that's all it was.
I know, you're trying to watch TV, now you gotta run and jerk off first.
Oh, you know, how am I supposed to get to the show when I'm pausing my TiVo all the time?
Yeah, going...
Oh. Yeah, this is something I did pick up on. Don in Jersey. Go ahead, Don.
Anthony told the whole story about a bus driver, bus this, bus that, and Jimmy looks up and goes, "Oh, was it a taxi?"
I did hear that.
Not listening, Jimmy?
I was listening. I got scared.
He got
because the
scared.
bus is so big.
Sir, he got scared.
Let's go on with the news teases that are meant to scare the shit out of us, so we listen longer or watch longer.
Could clothing that promises to keep insects away put your child's health at risk? Find out what we uncovered when we put those clothes to the test.
It's all about your kids getting killed, injured, sick. Gotta protect them.
fire in your hotel. Would you know what to do? Tonight, CBS 2 shows you the key to getting out alive. Before your next vacation, find out what to pack and how to plan for surviving a hotel fire. Join Jim Rosenfield and Roz Abrams tonight. CBS 2 News at 11.
What to bring? Pack a fire extinguisher and a ladder?
Where are you staying? The Tinderbox Inn? I stay at hotels they're built out of, like, cement. I've never seen anything flammable in my hotel rooms. And there's fire extinguishers and everything all over the place.
What to know? All right, don't book the MGM in 1985.
Yeah, right.
Aside from that, you're all right. Tinderbox. And I don't know, they'll show some idiot. I don't know what happened. I brought my gas can. I smoked. I fell asleep. Next thing you know, this hotel isn't safe.
Lighting firecrackers in crackers in my oxygen tent.
I'm staying at the Muslim Backpack Inn.
Look at him right. Look at Nathaniel right. Firecrackers.
Sunset. Daylight fades. Everything is calm. And then it happens.
What?
Nighttime boating deaths skyrocketing in Minnesota. Why? The Fox 9 investigators go on patrol after dark, using night vision to show you the dangers boaters aren't seeing. Wednesday on Fox 9 News at 9.
Wow.
Thank you, Minnesota. That's why we want these from all over the country.
I am shocked there are boats in Minnesota. That's the shocking part. Where is there even a lake up there?
Is there? Well,
what's up there?
Lake Minnetonka. What do you think that Prince used to hang out around?
Minnetonka?
Yeah, because their NBA team used to be called the Minnesota Lakers, right?
Yeah?
Minneapolis Lakers, I think.
Or what?
No, it was Minnesota.
Minnesota? Minnesota Lakers. And
really?
Then they moved to L.A. and they kept the name Los Angeles Lakers, even though there's not a lot of lakes in the Los Angeles area.
What kind of Urs are there in Los Angeles?
What did I say?
No, I'm just curious.
All right.
The lakes.
Oh,
Jesus.
That's the question.
I heard your question.
I'm just curious.
I shan't answer it either, even though I know it and I'm thinking of the word in my head.
Tee-hee.
Right now, as is everybody else.
And finally, the last news tease for today.
I'm Kent Brockman on the 11 o'clock news tonight. A certain kind of soft drink has been found to be lethal. We won't tell you which one until after sports and the weather with Funny Sunny Storm.
Very funny.
From The Simpsons, of course. Very nice.
Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes?
Yeah,
1,000 lakes? How many lakes?
There's a lot of lakes.
Minnesota, land of 1,000 lakes. Professor Anthony. I say all the time on this program, I don't know everything. I know a little bit about a lot of things, but I don't know everything. And Minnesota is probably last on my list of things I know. I have been through many of these grand states of ours, and I don't even think I've ever been through Minnesota. Never gave it thought.
I hear it's nice up there.
Been to South Dakota. It's kind of close.
I hear it's rocky there.
Rocky, a lot of mountains.
A lot of mountains and stuff.
Are there mountains there?
I don't know.
There's 1,000 lakes.
Hey, Anthony, here's the fake ticket report from Fox 5.
Right.
Got to give the news a little credit today because this story just made us really chuckle and laugh. Come on.
Guy handing out erroneous tickets.
I don't think it's queuing up.
Land O'Lakes. Land of 10,000 lakes.
Is that where Land O'Lakes comes from?
Is that where the butter comes from?
The butter?
The little Indian chick on the front?
All right.
If you fold the cart in the right way, it looks like she's holding her tits because her kneecaps. You ever do that?
Yeah.
No.
Is that Land O'Lakes? Is that the butter?
Yeah.
It's got the Indian chick, and she's kneeling down, and she has like her hands on her thighs as she's kind of squatting on her feet.
And there's kind of like dimples on the knees.
The knees, yeah.
That make it look like nipples.
And if you fold it, like, remember fold the back of the Mad Magazine, kind of? You fold it in a certain way to bring her knees up to her tits. It looks like she's holding her tits. It's a wonderful little gag to play as a child.
No, I never did that. However, you ever heat up a little Tupperware thing of Mazzola and stick your mule in that? That's rather lovely.
Mazzola?
Corn goodness. Isn't that awful?
All right, here we go.
It says the address is 145 West 28th Street, but there's no fire hydrant here. Take a look. Down there, no fire hydrant. Up there, no fire hydrant.
All right, you're off
Where
the
is a fire hydrant in front of this address? Maybe it's a vanishing fire hydrant. Maybe it disappears. Maybe it's like a ghost.
Well, how would the fire department use the invisible fire hydrant?
They were like making a little bit out of it,
right?
Where they videotape the fire hydrant, and then they move the camera to another sidewalk location and do a slow fade, so it looks like the fire hydrant disappears. Ooh! And then they're asking people, how would the fire department use an invisible fire hydrant, disappearing fire hydrant?
These 2 tickets are for parking in front of a hydrant at 220 West 28th Street. But there is no 220 West 28th Street. In fact, this whole building here is a Fashion Institute of Technology. But here's what's more important. There are no fire hydrants on this entire block. Take a look.
Yeah, he pans up and down the street. He was so into this story.
Oh,
this
good.
is the one he's submitting.
This is like news gold.
Oh, yeah, he's submitting this one for like an Emmy or something.
Okay, this ticket is for parking 100 feet from the curb opposite of that address, 115 West 28th. So, all right, let's go. We're going to measure 100 feet here.
He had a tape measure.
100 feet. I'm in a closet inside this store. Now, of course, this is impossible, so let's measure the other way, just in case we're reading this ticket wrong.
How to do it again in fast motion. Wacky.
Ow. 90. All right, there's 100 feet. Here's 100 feet right inside this flower shop. That's a tough parking job.
Yeah.
That's great.
Now, this ticket has 5 things wrong with it. First of all, it's for parking outside of 231 West 28th. Now, here's the address sign. It goes from 229 to 239. Maybe 231 somewhere in the middle. But look at here. This is not a place to park. It's a driveway. Most people wouldn't park in a driveway. And it's for parking too close to a hydrant. There is no fire hydrant. And it's for parking 4 feet from the hydrant. So he made up the 4 feet. And there's one other thing wrong with this ticket. The van that got the ticket is a GMC, but the ticket says the van was a Chevy.
Yeah, you could get off of those tickets. We got out of so many parking tickets because the person wrote down the wrong make of the car, the wrong color. And you could fight it. You go online, and you fight it online, and they send you a receipt that says, you don't have to pay.
Very good.
Yeah.
And finally, now the cops find this traffic agent or whatever.
Yeah, hunt him
All of these screwed-up tickets had one thing in common. Traffic agent Richardson. And that's the guy we're following in this car. And his bad tickets come with some bad driving, too. Here he makes an illegal right turn from the middle lane, cutting off a cab. Then here he puts on his overhead emergency lights to blow through a red light. I got a bunch of tickets here written by you. For fire hydrants where fire hydrants don't exist.
No comment.
You write fake tickets?
No.
Do you have an imagination? Are you imagining there are fire hydrants in places where they're not? You got tickets. So you have tickets for 100 feet off the sidewalk, which would put somebody in the middle of a building.
And he's just boggled. He's trying to walk away. The guy's chasing him.
That's a good one.
Bravo to the news. So he has to be fired, obviously.
He has got to be fired.
I hope he loses his pension. How great is that?
He has got to be fired. He was a young guy. He was. He looked like he was in his 20s. Had cornrows, looking like didn't want to really be there, kind of thing. Shiftless.
All right, let's go to Matt in Minnesota. Matt.
Yo, I just want to school you guys on Minnesota.
All right.
It's a land of 10,000 lakes, dude. And we have like 20,000, so they got it kind of wrong on the logo. That's how they bring tourists here.
20,000 lakes?
About 20,000, just under. And they also invented that gun called a nigger. It doesn't shoot and you can't fire it. I blew it. Bye.
Wow.
Did he actually think that was going to get some kind of a good reaction or response from us? Or like what?
Hey,
what
before we go to break, let's get Martini Steve in as you look at your little package.
I got truffles because it's my birthday.
Give me a truffle.
It's not your birthday anymore.
It's my birthday.
It's not your birthday.
Ooh.
Is there a note in there?
It's going to be from Stalker Patty.
From Patty.
Birthday truffles.
Huh?
Jimmy, open it. I love the truffle.
Me too.
You going to share?
Anthony's a big fan of the truffles.
It's birthday truffles.
You got to share.
Happy birthday.
It's not your birthday anymore. Jesus. Are you going to be celebrating your birthday in Cleveland this weekend?
Oh, tomorrow night at the Late Show?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably. There's going to be a big birthday celebration.
Ooh, an extravaganza.
Because tomorrow's my birthday.
Bring a birthday cake to Jimmy's shows in Cleveland this weekend. I don't think he had any birthday cake.
Those look absolutely scrumptious.
This is the worst fucking show ever, man.
I want some birthday truffle.
Is it good?
It's just eating.
Ooh.
Steve, what did I tell you?
Sorry. Pass the box over here, Jimmy.
I want one.
Oh, God.
There you
go. More than one.
No, I just want one.
Opie.
I'm not eating those.
You don't want to ruin that body. I get it.
God damn, that's good shit.
No, too much. Thanks.
Eric?
No, thank you.
No one wants a birthday truffle?
No.
Oh, there was a cherry in that one.
I was trying to play that, but I don't think there's anything on there. All right, cool. Steve is in studio. He has just handed us the brand new O&A show intro.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this is actually taken me 3-4 weeks to finally get done.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That long?
Well, it's just I can't dedicate like the 24-hour periods I used to because I'm always getting up and doing something else and stuff. So I have to like go away, come back to it and whatnot. So it used to take, a solid 24, 46, 36 hours of work. Now takes 4 weeks of on and off and coming back to things. And
because people listen to the intro to the show, and then after a while they start emailing and instant feedback on, all right, enough, I've heard this how many times? So we like switching it up a bit every so often.
You can't just put anything out there. You got to put something together that people are going to be able to listen to for weeks at a time.
So this would play after Ecstasy of Gold?
It certainly will.
Every morning at 7 a.m., more or less?
More or less.
Okay. Well, let's debut the brand new intro to the program right here.
Steve's hard work.
Opie and Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth. I hate them.
Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie.
I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio. Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio. I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat. And these dummies that work for us.
You guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby. Always laughing in the wrong places. Ben, where's the coffee?
You rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve. Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, fling it now.
Wow. We are just awful people.
That is great, dude.
I love that, man.
All right.
You'll be hearing that every morning for a while.
I like the one now. Just the energy is like slower. I like that. It's a little faster. It's like moves better. I like that because it gets you really ready for some show.
It's all pumped up.
Is Palaver coming out?
No.
No, that's
no.
That's between
That's right.
Ecstasy and what you just heard.
Yeah, exactly.
Enough of this palaver.
We used the new Tony Iommi song in that one.
Didn't know that.
Well, you're going to have to because you're interviewing him.
And when I talk to Tony next Tuesday and I haven't signed the photo I took with him, I'll mention that. That's the Iommi song?
Yeah, that's the one you do
we
with
should bring that
Hughes.
and say this is the intro to our show.
Okay.
It's the new...
All right, Jay in Massachusetts. Jay.
How you guys doing?
Hey. Hi.
I just wanted to bring up something that you guys were talking about a few minutes ago. I think Anthony said that only in New York do people double park.
Yeah.
I've been traveling around like a lot of cities, and to be honest, I've seen it almost every major city.
Really?
Yeah, you haven't? You haven't traveled that much?
Yeah, I've been to a lot of cities. I've never seen it in, like, Philly or Boston.
Oh, they're double parking in Boston.
Are they?
Philly. Sure.
Didn't you guys used to work in Boston, I thought?
Yeah.
Yeah, we forgot about that, though.
I know.
Hey, I'm calling from Lawrence, and people double park here all the time.
We worked in Boston when we were a one-market sensation.
Right. Right,
we were. All about being a one-market sensation.
Yes.
No, you guys didn't drive around Boston very much, though?
It was the worst. Boston is the worst city in the country to drive in.
Nah, I'm punching out, guys.
All right.
I should have got vanilla. You were right. Vanilla would have been better.
What did you get?
You. Brian in D.C. What's up, Brian?
Hey, what's up? You guys rock. Hey, Jimmy, you and I got a lot in common, and that's how we like our badge. We like him to look like an Arby's Big Montana.
Nice.
An Arby's
Punching
Big
out, boys.
Montana? I don't know what that
sandwich.
is.
I don't eat at Arby's. I only eat in 5-star places.
You're fancy.
I don't eat where little common people eat.
You're a fancy guy.
Fan, get me a steak.
How could you do that if you're not getting paid to do this show?
We're paying to do the show, but I'm so rich I don't care. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anthony. Happy birthday to you.
You're awful.
You really are the worst. That's you singing happy
That was
birthday
you singing
to
happy
Anthony.
birthday to me on my birthday.
That was nice.
And
That was nice.
We did sing happy birthday to you.
We sang one line.
Yeah.
We sang happy birthday to you, and it stopped.
I know, but
and then we said that's all you get.
I wanted you all to sing it, and then I wanted Steve to walk in and go, and how old are you? And then Ben could run in and go, that's what happened in Boston. No.
By the way,
so he's a jolly good Red Sox.
By the way,
I hurt my ankle.
By the way, I got something. Oh. Got something here.
What do you
Speaking
got?
of birthdays.
What do you got?
Ben Sparks. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
That's a present right from Jimmy's ass. To you.
To you.
Happy birthday to you.
How big's your cock?
There he is.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Thank you. Big 3-0.
Big 3-0. That is a landmark birthday there.
How did our
30.
executive producer get older than us?
30 years
How
old.
the fuck you get older than us all of a sudden?
When we were only 28.
Have a birthday truffle.
And a half.
Yeah.
Wow, 30.
Wow, huh?
How does it feel, Ben? What were you really thinking a lot about it? Because I know when a guy turns 30, when anybody, guy, girl, turns 30, you kind of think about a couple of months out. You're thinking your 20s are gone. You know?
Yeah.
Did you think about it at all?
A little bit.
A little? Not dwelling on it?
A little bit. Everyone thinks about it every waking moment.
That's
a year
30,
out.
30 is
out.
a bad one,
You
man.
turn 29, and then you just start every day thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's not so bad. And it just starts playing on your mind.
Yeah,
You
right
start
from your
stressing.
29th birthday, you're like, oh no, 30,
The
here it
countdown.
comes. Because remember when you were a kid and you kind of go, wow, what year is it going to be when I'm 30? And it seems so far away. And then all of a sudden, wow, I'm here.
2007, to answer your question.
Here it is. Oh, really?
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of which, you see who's outside?
Oh, dirty.
He wants to get paid now. He's asking me to get paid for his appearance today.
You want to get paid?
Yeah, I told him to ask you guys.
Tell him to steal something.
No.
Like
we
the
tried
old
that
days.
last time.
Get
the old days.
pipe cutter and cut off a couple of tops of parking meters.
We got to get Old Dirty to talk about all the scams they do in the hood.
Yeah, I
that's
wanna
one
know
of my
if there's any
favorite,
new ones.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things.
He claims he hasn't been in jail since the last time he was here, which was a while ago, so that's pretty good.
That is good for him.
Yeah, so.
All right. So what are you doing for your birthday?
Nothing.
Benny?
Nothing. Watch the Red Sox.
Are you going to throw yourself a party like
no,
you do every year?
Maybe in September or something.
30, I think he would. I thought he would have a big party like he did that one year.
Ben,
you know what?
One
you know
year,
what it was?
Ben throws a party for himself every year. It's the greatest idea ever.
You know what it is, though? It's
Because then you get to do what you want on your birthday.
Mhm.
Like, what was it last year? We did the bowling thing, or is that 2
last
years
year I
ago?
didn't even do anything. No, we did the 27th birthday was the real good one.
The best
The
birthday.
happy ending one with Voss. And
Remember the year you had the pony at the party, and then they filmed it, but you can only see the lower part of your torso, and the pony moved up a little farther than you wanted it to?
That's funny.
Yeah, what was the name of that place?
Happy Ending.
Happy Ending. It was an old massage parlor.
Yeah, that was a good one. Jim was
bet
there.
there was a party
Voss
there.
was there.
An old Yankee cranky shop. They turned into a club. So that
Andrew
they had the old.
WK.
They had the old.
Guy from the Spin Doctor.
Yeah, they had the old steam rooms without the doors on them anymore, and they just had candles, and you'd sit on the tiles and drink your booze and stuff. That was a great
Yeah.
time.
That one made page 6.
It did.
Yeah.
One of Ben's parties actually got into page 6 in the paper about the celebrities that were there and
Yeah, that was
and
fun.
Voss.
Voss. Hey, it's Voss. So. Oh, Jesus. I'm out of here.
Why? Nothing wrong with a good birthday bomb.
Car crash.
No.
Not even-
You're in a category all by yourself, man.
That's not even a car crash. That's just a cake falling off the floor and thudding.
Falling off the floor.
Yes, because the house was turned upside down in a tsunami, falling off the floor.
The cake fell off the floor.
Candle right through her head.
Mike in Illinois. Mikey.
Child
Yeah.
bakery.
Hey, I got a Ben Fogg joke for you.
All right.
Ben Fogg is so big it doesn't even have the same birthday.
That's kind of funny if you think Ben's hog will celebrate its birthday next week.
I like it.
With a little big party hat on its head.
All right. Ben's hog is unshaven like a Mugsy, and it smokes a cigar. That's what Ben's hog looks like.
Let's go to Chicago. We haven't said hi to Chicago in a while.
Hey,
Ted?
Chi-Town.
What's up?
Hey, guys, morning.
Morning to you.
Hey, Chicago.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Well, that was in April.
Yeah. It's
Hey,
all...
listen up. Anthony,
Yes.
besides the military combat air training base out there in Yuma, Arizona, what is their main industry?
Arizona?
Yeah, out there in Yuma. Remember that boy
I know that one.
Arizona.
What else do they do out there?
You know what Yuma, Arizona's
Absolutely.
main industry is?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, we all do, man.
Take a guess.
They make iced tea.
Yeah, they probably do.
Is that it? I textiles.
Good try.
I have
They're
no.
on the border with Mexico. Besides the border patrol agent job you got down there,
Oh, I know
Yeah.
what they make.
what do they make?
Things that will dry sweat.
Is it the
Anthony.
picking up the dead Indians on the side of the road?
Yeah, exactly. Now they do all the produce down there.
Produce.
That was your
Produce, lettuce, onions, all that stuff, carrots.
Jimmy
Main
gets so
industry
excited
down
at the
there.
guy's
You know
answer.
that?
He dropped his yogurt all over
Jimmy.
the place.
Hold on.
It's all over his truffle box.
Oh, no, I could have been injured.
Opie.
All right, Ted is basically just trying to stump you, Anthony.
Yeah, well,
Trying to stump the professor. Actually, a listener
it's
sent
easy to stump me.
But it was
a
an
listener
awful
sent
question.
in a thing for you, a little quiz.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe we'll have it on the air Monday.
I would take his little quiz.
That question ate my ass.
Stunk.
What's the biggest exporter of lettuce in Asia?
They got the produce down there.
Who cares?
Oh, yeah?
Let's go to David in Ohio. David.
Hey, boys, how's it going?
Hey.
Hi.
I wanted to just point out a not listening example, if I could.
Oh, there's another example?
Yeah, Anthony, when you were talking about that bus driver that cut you off,
Yeah.
you said bus and bus driver at least 10 times, and then little Jimmy piped in with, was it a cab? I don't know.
This guy's got to be pulling a gag.
Are you pulling a gag?
That's very funny, though,
no,
fella.
Rewind it and listen, man. Maybe Jimmy just got scared.
Don't ruin it, because I really want to believe he actually called up legitimately with this. So thank you for pointing that out, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for pointing out that we don't listen.
By the way, I think there's a no-listen moment from me with when Sandy Kane was in. Because I remember saying, pointing out Sandy Kane, the lipstick on her coffee cup, and I heard on the replay, I heard Opie go, look at all the lipstick on her Starbucks cup. So I don't know if it was you not listening to me, and I said it first.
You know what? I have no idea who
I'm not sure either, but
I don't know who said it first.
Nathaniel's writing it down, and I'm sure he'll go through it.
All right.
But, so one of us are guilty of not listening that day.
Let's say hi to Tommy in Jersey. Tommy.
Hey, boys, how you doing? Real quick question. Is this the same Ben Sparks who used to be the intern for you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Was he an intern?
Well, he wasn't an intern. He was just working in the promotional department.
Yeah, right. He was working in promotions, but he would
All
come
right,
in and
well,
hang out and giggle.
His birthday's coming up, sir.
Not to ruin your birthday, Ben, but boy, was that cartoon of you fucking a tomato the greatest thing I ever saw.
No, that's somebody
That's a
else.
different intern, you tool.
All right, thank you.
Ben wasn't an intern. He was a promotions
Ben
guy.
can't fuck tomatoes. He fucks watermelons or anything else larger.
That produce fresh from Yuma.
All right, we got a couple things we could do next. We got your hooker that she appeared on.
Nadia.
She appeared on Donnie Deutsch's show.
I like that. I talked to her recently.
We could go over that maybe.
Who is she?
Remember, she was in here. What? Natalia?
Oh, right.
Natalia, my fault.
Natalia?
The little one.
From
She was petite.
nyconfidential.com.
Yep.
And Jimmy banged her. You got a freebie from her, right?
Yeah, and Jason was going to hook me up with threesomes. And the reporter called me for that article. I called and he never called me back.
Oh.
And basically, NY Confidential went down. I mean, they got in some deep trouble, and the dude that was involved there, Jason, he's in prison, right? And he was on our show and everything with the hot broads.
He's a fan, dude.
The women he brought in were just ridiculously hot, remember?
Yeah.
Right.
So the one that Jimmy banged was on Donnie Deutsch. So we got some audio of her appearance. We could listen to that next.
There's a huge article in New York Magazine this week on her. She's on the cover.
On the cover?
New York Magazine.
How does that make you feel?
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I banged a girl on the cover of a magazine.
Cover girl.
I banged a cover girl. It happened to me only one at a time, but it was highlights.
All right, so I guess we'll get into that next.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
Hey la, Opie and Anthony are back. Hey la, Opie and Anthony are back. Everybody. Hey la, O&A are back. Hey la, Opie and Anthony are back.
That's it?
I'm so glad Opie and Anthony are back. Now I can show the hemorrhoid in my ass crack.
Stop it!
I'm so glad Opie and Anthony are back. I can show my titties and the hemorrhoid in my ass crack. Oh, and they are back.
God damn it, are you fucking with me?
They're on XM satellite radio.
Hold my fucking hand over there. I said kill
Now
yourself.
I can say
Now lean
fuck
forward
and pussy, you know. He's got a real big cock. I'm so glad O&A are back.
Oh, no.
I can show my pussy and my hemorrhoid in my ass crack. Yeah, hallelujah, they're back. Oh, the world won't be the same. Yeah, let's smoke some crack. Opie and Anthony are back. I'm so glad they're back. I can show my ass crack. They are back.
What have we got here?
Oh, they are back.
What is your name?
I need a dentist. I need a dentist. I need a dentist.
If we want to book you, do we call who? Broadway Danny Rose?
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. E-Rock is working on something to my left, Anthony. What's going on, E-Rock?
Orlando.
All right. Now, what is it? We'll let you speak.
Orlando Weekly wants to do an interview about your little tiff with Jim Phillips. They want to get your side of it.
The Orlando Weekly?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
I guess a paper.
All right.
Just have them call the program, because at 11 o'clock, we're done. We're done for the week. No more business after 11.
Is that the paper they give out on Main Street in Disney?
I don't know. Is it a real paper?
The one that costs 5 cents?
It's probably not a real paper, right? Orlando Weekly.
Got stories in there that Space Mountain is closed today. O-Town. It's free?
Oh, it's a free paper? We don't talk to free paper, sorry. Free means it stinks.
No one reads it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Where's little Jimmy Norton? The next segment is all about him.
He was in the bathroom last I saw.
Trying to peek at you.
Peek into my stall.
Right.
I cannot go take a leak without both of you assholes, because he's trying to... He walked... I walked in right when he was walking out. He turns around and follows me like an inch behind me. Hey, what are you doing? As I walk into the stall, I have to kick him out and shut the door. And then Opie's hanging over from the other stall, trying to stick his head over the top of my stall.
Yeah, this is what we do while you're listening to those dumb promos, those dumb XM promos.
So I'm yelling, leave me alone, I have to piss.
You would think we'd be organizing for the next break.
No,
we're just fucking around in the bathroom with
toilet
each other.
hijinks.
Right. We're just... At least we admit how awful we are. Lots of instant feedback coming in about Ben. You know, the Ben's hog thing is getting kind of old, but with that said, Joe S. from Quorum, New York. Ben's hog is so big, he had to pull out of his mother after birth.
Ooh. That is not right at all.
Should have left it in.
Ben's birthday.
James from Hicksville, New York. New
gosh.
York. For his 30th birthday, Ben is going to stay at home, and his hog is going to go to the Sox game.
Aww.
Hey.
And Hiv Shooter from North Hampshire, New Hampshire, of course. You can tell Ben's real age by counting the veins on his
Quickly, this is a quick thing. Remember how happy I was when I had written Michael Dell an email and gotten a response, and I needed 2 case fans for my computer.
I thought
and
that was finally
taken
over.
a month and a half. Well, that's what, as I last reported, somebody from America got in touch with me, shipped out the fans, sent me an email confirming this. I got everything, the tracking number for the shipment and everything, and it was on its way, and I thought problem solved finally. It wasn't delivered yesterday. It was supposed to be delivered, so I decided I would track it. So I went to the DHL thing, put in the tracking number. The fans have been delivered to my address I moved out of a year ago in Brooklyn, New York. You motherfucking incompetent assholes. Yes. On 5 separate occasions during this debacle with me trying to get a ventilation fan for my computer, I have given my new address in Great Neck, New York, to 5 different Indian savages that do the customer service now instead of regular American people at Dell. And I gave them my address on 5 different occasions. As a matter of fact, when I bought the computer originally about 8 months ago that I need the fan for, they shipped it to my new address. So you would assume they had my new address. Well, they sent the fans to Brooklyn. I will not drive to Brooklyn to get my fans. And apparently, the super of the building signed for them. My name and address on there. I haven't lived there for a year, and the super signed for it. So it's probably sitting in the lobby, and I'm sure it's being ripped off by somebody. Just like my Christmas gifts were a couple of Christmases back. Get things delivered. I was shopping online for family. The super would sign for it, leave it on a table in the lobby of the building, and the brothers would come through, and it was Christmas for them. Oh, what I got here? A first edition Stephen King book. Yeah, motherfucker.
That's what you got to do. You got to wait for the FedEx truck, UPS truck. Oh, they ain't home. I'll sign for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, here's something else I did. When I had to get a computer delivered. Ooh, hold on a second. Maybe the computer was delivered to Brooklyn. I had made an order for a computer in Brooklyn. I moved, and they were going to ship it. I tried to get the address changed, and they said, we don't change addresses. You got to cancel the order and reorder it, which would take now a month. So I said, fuck that. So I found out when the delivery date was going to be, went to Brooklyn, and waited in the lobby. And when FedEx came, I made it look like I was walking off the elevator, and I was like, oh, finally, it's here. I signed it, took it, brought it out to my truck outside, and drove away with it.
No ID check.
Nothing. No ID. No nothing. Yeah, Holmes, that'd be my computer.
Look at his laptop.
Old Dirty's in the studio, and Old Dirty's an old pro at some of these scams. You know these things. The delivery.
It's.
You
money,
follow the UPS truck. He's like the ice cream man for you guys.
Well, you don't want to wait. You don't want to do it like where you live. You want to go a couple of. You probably even want to go to another neighborhood.
You want to probably go to a good neighborhood where you know some good stuff is going to be delivered.
You look like a valet, or you got a little sweeper and sweeping.
Also, you carry a little broom and dustpan around the apartment complex, and you sweep up. The FedEx guy comes.
Hey, I'm the porter guy. I'll sign for that.
Yeah, or he leaves it in the lobby, and you look like you're doing something.
Yeah. Son of a Wear a little uniform. You should get your Dickies on. You ready to go? Fuck that. I'm the
you
porter.
You can buy the Dickies anywhere, right?
I'm the porter. I'll sign for that.
What are some of the other scams going on these days? What's the latest scam, bro? Come on.
Scams is totally
that's like
off the table.
That's yesterday news.
Cracking down.
Because
I remember a couple of years back you were telling us about the parking meter heads.
Well, that was like a gift from above, dude. I was like, oh shit, we gotta break into this motherfucker.
Because I heard a report recently on the news, and it kind of sounded stupid because these parking meters that were being stolen had about $5 a piece in them in change.
Yeah,
it was like not much.
Well, the one we hit had like 400.
Really?
Real, son. We was changing quarters for. Woo.
In quarters?
Yeah, B.
Wow, they don't change. They don't cash those things out very often.
More. I mean, the game has elevated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are really trying to make a quick buck. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when I'm driving and I see the motherfucker got an S-Type or S500, I might want to brake short and shit so he could slam into me. They're going to need the jaws of life to get me out my motherfucking car. They're going to have to airlift me, dude, and I'm suing them for everything he got.
That's what they do. There's a scam going on. It's a well-known old school insurance scam that people would do where you get somebody behind somebody and somebody in front of them, and they're in cahoots. The guy behind, at a perfect time, beeps his horn. Now, when the guy goes to look in the rearview mirror, when the guy hears the horn, he knows to jam on his brakes in front of him, and the guy slams into his rear end. And they, my neck, motherfucker!
Oh, they're gonna forget it. They're gonna need the jaws of life to get me out.
The bumper's dented, and they gotta bring the jaws of life.
They're gonna have to cut the roof open and peel it back.
You motherfuckers,
Then you go to therapy and you do the 6 months. Oh, that shit is sweet, dude, for real. The Russians in Brooklyn had that shit on lock.
Russians, yeah, they're into a lot of that shit.
Yeah, they opened up like mad therapy offices and shit.
Yeah,
you know.
And they get insurance money. They're like all in cahoots. So they open up some kind of therapy place that takes insurance, and their buddies go out, fuck themselves up, and get referred to the therapy, and the insurance foots the bill. The guy that did the scam gets a kickback of some of the money. Yeah, they're all in cahoots. There's like a Russian mob thing going on.
Yeah, B.
Gotta watch those guys.
Yo, they're dangerous.
They're crazy.
They laugh at Rikers Island, son.
Yeah?
Since they, spend time in the gulags out there in fucking Russia. The fucking Rikers Island is like a fucking...
they spend time in the gulags.
You know what I mean? They go to Siberia and shit. The jails out here now. Me laugh at this jail, man. That's Jamaican.
Jamaican Russian. Wow.
Give me a red stripe. I'm from Moscow.
You want to smoke some borscht?
But
man,
that's like.
Hey, old dirty, you can get anything, right?
Well, I could try.
I'm looking for a 1909 penny.
1909
penny. 1909 penny SVDB. Very rare.
What is that about?
I probably threw this
I
shit
don't
away
have to
yesterday.
Explain everything on this show. I need a 1909 penny SVDB immediately.
Do you know a numismatist?
What the fuck?
What's that?
Can you spell that?
Wait, what is that?
A numismatist?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I know what that is.
Yeah, so do I. And why don't you tell everyone? Because
all right, it's either a coin collector or a stamp collector. I have no clue.
Either way, he's a jerk off.
How about a 1916 D Merc dime?
I probably threw that shit away too yesterday. How much is that shit?
Put it in the gumball machine.
That might be worth about $400, $500. Yeah.
Why do you have that written down like you're actually going to get one?
He's going to find it.
I don't
Are you looking for these things?
We don't have to explain everything right away.
Since we have to pay XM to be on the air, Opie's looking to make a buck selling some coins.
I want to be paid in change from now on so I could possibly find some of this stuff.
Are you doing a little treasure hunt? He's like an online treasure hunt.
He's got it written down and everything. I don't know what he's planning.
I'll explain someday.
All right.
You have to bring an old penny, a great body.
All right.
Anyone have a Krugerrand? I'd like that. Gold? Gold doubloon? If you're looking for coins, that's worth a couple of bucks on the open market.
No one else
Shined
knows.
up. It could bring a couple of quick bits on the open market.
No one knows the name of it.
No, everyone knows a Krugerrand.
Krugerrand, yeah.
South African gold coin.
Oh,
yes,
I knew that.
Too.
Those things are worth some shit.
How pretty was that girl that wound up in the fucking ocean? Mel
Right.
Gibson's
That movie. Yeah.
All right.
She was lovely. I had a crush on her.
Hey, old dirty.
Yes, sir.
This hooker, they don't like to be called hookers, though, right?
They're nice girls who get paid to fuck.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Natalia. This chick, Natalia, worked for this company called nyconfidential.com.
Mm-hmm.
The owner was a huge fan of the show. Now he's in Rikers, I think, right?
Oh, yeah, I read that in
Jason?
the paper the other day.
He used to come through here with broads all the time, really
Right.
hot broads, gave us all a free hour. Jimmy was the only one that took him up on it.
A couple of smartasses are saying I should go through Groucho's couch cushions and see if I could find the penny. Very funny assholes.
So Jimmy went for the hour, man.
Of course, my man Norton don't give a fuck.
He went to the what was like a penthouse suite or something.
It was like a first floor thing, but it was
a
very,
first floor,
very
but it was
luxurious.
just beautiful, and he got to do whatever he wanted with his girl.
All services were rendered.
It was
for free.
It was a girlfriend experience.
She's on the cover of New York Magazine this week.
Right, girlfriend experience.
Where is that New York Magazine?
Any newsstand you'll see her.
You got to be kidding.
And I banged her. And she was hot, and she was a great kisser. She was really
And then
sexy.
she would come in with other girls.
See, it's a hooker that gives the girlfriend experience. So that's kissing involved, and it's like she's really there and really digs you. It's not just like, Yankee cranky, happy ending, get the fuck out.
But yeah, I heard she used to go to clubs and hit motherfuckers off for free though, and that her man, was all upset and shit because she wasn't cashing in no chips when she was giving it up.
Right, it's all about the money.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, he's in Rikers, so he better take care of himself.
Yeah.
Son, when this gets a $1.05 in that motherfucker, you better be on point.
Why? But he's cranky?
Oh, hell fucking yeah, no AC, God.
No AC?
No AC in Rikers?
Well, they got a little, but come on, man.
It's not going to be like the best AC.
You know what I'm saying? You're incarcerated. They're trying to make you as uncomfortable as possible.
I can't see like the warden going, why don't we turn the thermostat down in the cell block area? Why don't we just help the guys out?
So you've done the Rikers?
Yeah, I went over there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not a good place, huh?
Was it fun?
Nah, it ain't.
What's that floating barge off of...
On the Bronx side?
Yeah, it's like across from Long Island a little bit.
The Love Boat.
Yeah, dude, it's a huge ship, like a big barge they made into a prison. There's a yard on top with basketball courts and concertina wire lining the whole thing and barred windows, and you're on a ship.
That's got to be kind of cool if you have to do some time.
Fucking Isaac serves drinks at 4 on that motherfucker.
Doubt it.
You get the
nice Isaac serving something else.
You get a nice breeze, right?
Yeah, he serves a drink, but it's in his balls, and you got to go in there and get it out.
Chisholm. No, but I mean, I don't think like a lot of sex crimes happen. Well, they're not really,
Everyone says that in prison. Anyone that's been to prison or some of the lockups like Rikers and stuff, they say, nah, that shit doesn't happen. But it's the biggest fear. It's the one thing that most keeps people from committing crimes is the fear of the ass raping in prison.
We get these ex-cons on the show all the time now. One will admit to anything.
Fuck the ass raping. You don't want to catch a bullet in there. You don't want somebody with a gun because you're gonna get a $1.50. You're gonna get a gun. A gun in jail is improvised razor or made out of.
Oh, so you're not talking about a real gun.
Cigarette. Yeah, but the word around will be like, oh shit, chill, you strapped, or he got something,
right,
a shank or something.
So if it's just a
so
sharp
you get a
$1.50
starting from the top of your head all the way over here. That shit hurt, man.
Slit your face.
What if you ask him not to do that?
Yeah. Hey, what if you say, I give? I give.
Nah, there ain't no give. You gotta.
There's no giving up.
You
can't say, okay, time out.
Time, I'm not down with this.
I'm not down with this. Time. They probably laugh and then kill you.
I threatened to tell the warden. Go ahead, I'll just tell the guard.
Ooh, that's a good one.
They're personal friends of mine.
That's a good one.
Then you end up going to PC and then you get heard in PC. Oh, shit.
Wow, my 1909 SVDB is going to cost me some cash.
Wow. Wow, this guy's
in really good condition. It's $1,300 basically.
Whoa, what?
For 1 penny.
Silly.
Wow.
Why?
And what about my dime?
Why is that? Why do you need this?
It's very rare.
Why?
And I need it.
Are you a kern collector?
I need it.
Give me back my kern.
I need it.
You need it?
Yeah.
I gotta know where you're going with this.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Trying to get paid, dude.
You got to be pretty sharp with this coin shit, though. You got to know condition and
I know
everything. You don't want to be taken. A lot of these have been in shitty
I'll even take a 1909 SVDB that's been run over a few times. What the hell?
Isn't that like when you lick a girl's ass crack? It's tastes like a rusty penny.
Do pennies rust?
Do pennies get rusty?
Dirty penny.
Ask Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
The Butterscotch Stallion we'll let you know exactly what it tastes like. All right, so Natalia from NY Confidential was on Donnie Deutsch, the girl that banged Norton. And she had some fine things to say. So, you want to listen to the audio?
You bet I do.
All right.
New York Confidential. Basically, this was a website. And guys would go to the website, and what would they find?
They would see pictures of all the girls who worked for the agency, and their name, their age, description of them, and then they could call and try to...
And does it give, like, how much you cost? Or
no.
How does it... Because you can't on the Internet say, oh, by the way, you can pay for sex. So
no,
how is it
absolutely
worded?
not. And that's not what the agency was about. That whole girlfriend experience thing is about spending multiple hours with someone, basically like having a real date.
Yep. What the hell's going on?
Shia.
You just gave me a pamphlet. You expect me to read all this? Is this like a homework assignment, Eric?
Jesus. Reading.
Look at this.
Page 1 of... This is 13 pages.
How we...
I just got a goddamn paper cut from this pamphlet, too. Son of a fuck. Oh,
those are the worst fucking cuts.
God, I hate paper cuts.
I want to give you one right across the hole of your mule.
Dude, shut up.
Watch.
I'm not looking.
Can I see
I'm
the
not
picture?
thinking about paper cuts.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, God.
God, look how good she looks here.
Let me see that shit,
with her
Norton.
little butt sticking out.
Let me peep that shit. Yo.
Ooh.
Oh, you had some of this?
Yeah, OD. He
smelled it.
He tapped that.
That's right there. That's right there.
Smelled
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he tapped that.
She is lovely.
Oh, look at Jason in his prison garb at Rikers. They got a picture of him.
$2,000 an hour.
13 pages.
Wow.
That's how long this article is?
Yes.
And you weren't in it?
I called the guy back. He never called me back.
Bastard. I don't think you would want that kind of fucking...
You bet I would.
Shit, they're going to be like, excuse me, sir.
Nah, they don't care. All you got to do is listen to this radio show.
13 pages. Oh, my God.
All
right.
I don't know why...
Magazine.
Oh, damn it. My brother's on the phone. I didn't wish him a happy birthday
Who that, Brother Joe?
Oh, shit. Hi, Joe.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Happy birthday to you. Oh. Yeah, it was the 21st, which was yesterday. Yeah, happy birthday.
I'm on Nantucket anyway.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. You can't get a hold of the jet-setting Joe and his U2 band.
Come on, man. I'm on my cell all the time.
You're on Nantucket?
Get a hold of me.
You can't get a signal on Nantucket.
I'm calling from my bedroom in Nantucket, overlooking the beautiful Nantucket Bay right now.
What are you at, a bed and breakfast with the rest of you two?
Are you a man from Nantucket?
I once called Joe on Nantucket.
That could get real nasty.
Yes.
So, OD found the studio. How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's good, Brother Joe?
What's up, Mo?
Yo, you make
you know
back.
what?
Yo, son,
I can't wait to get to Boston tonight for our show at Shenanigans in Southie.
Now that's a good plug, Joe. You just come out and say, I can't wait to get there. Like it's not really a plug.
He's jet-setting around with this YouTube cover band.
Sharing my feelings.
Making mad cash, yo.
Yo, Brother Joe.
Yo.
Nantucket, they only allow rich crackers up in there, right? That's what Martha Stewart. Isn't that where the late John F. Kennedy Jr. was jetting off to after he,
I think actually it was Martha's Vineyard, but they're pretty close.
Part of Cape Cod.
Hey, did you take the little plane there?
Yeah, a little 6-seat. Actually, it was a 10-seater. The Cessna.
Did you get to fly left seat?
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah, Joe sits up front and steers the plane.
I always have that rapport going with the pilot. Yeah.
I'm sure the rest of the band is really thrilled when they find out that you're actually steering the plane.
Flying the plane.
I know you have experience and all, but that's got to just be a little weird.
The latest in avionics. No, the guys actually appreciate the fact that I can fly. Because, God forbid, this fat pilot ate one too many bacon and egg sandwiches. Falls over dead. At least I'll put him down on the ground.
Put her down in one piece.
That's what I hate about flying, because it's usually, two guys in the cockpit, and you see the one guy all of a sudden just leave the cockpit and go into the bathroom.
Yeah.
Who the
But
fuck
you're,
is flying?
but you're, no, well, there's still one in there, but then you think, well, what if he has a heart attack or something, and then the door's locked and he can't? What? Taking too many chances.
You want two guys in there
at all times.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't. You don't even have a co-pilot in that plane.
No.
Like Joe's the co-pilot.
It's just one guy. That's it. Yeah, that's why I'm always in the front. I always take the front seat.
So you're doing this a lot now with the planes, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, every time we come over in Nantucket or Block Island, yeah. Actually, we're gonna. Well, the commercial flights that we have coming up are ridiculous. I just booked Nova Scotia, Mexico City, Seattle, Dublin, Ireland, and we're going down to actually over to Portugal. That's something that's...
There's a demand for a U2 tribute band in fucking Portugal?
Dude, you can't imagine. All of the markets that U2 does not hit, we are in such high demand. I have to turn them down. I have to turn a lot of these markets down.
So it's all the fans that love U2 but never get to see U2 live, so they want 2U.
The agency goes over to the website and shows it to the buyer. The buyer sees the video and hears the audio and immediately hire us. I mean, this is without question. They've been hiring us.
You realize your brother's going to get kidnapped somewhere, right?
Oh, I know. Down in Portugal.
No way, man. Who's going to fucking kidnap me?
That's great, and I'm going to go see him next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but next weekend in Atlantic City. I'm going down Friday to go see Tom Jones, and then...
Dude, did you hit that ultrajones.net yet?
No, I got to check that out. It's a Tom Jones tribute.
ultrajones.net and watch the videos. You'll crap yourself.
Ultra
You'll laugh
Jones.
so hard, man.
Are you going to come in with a sample of tribute bands again, Joe?
I'll be in a week or so. Definitely, I'm coming in.
All right.
I have a whole new batch.
Well, sorry about the no birthday call, but it's...
Don't worry about it, dude. We'll gamble together next weekend at Caesars on Thursday and Harrah's on Friday and Saturday. We'll be gambling together.
Hey, Joe, for your birthday, what song you want us to play of yours?
Of ours?
Yeah. No, like one of your goof songs. Dry Vagina, the Sea Song.
Oh, Tom Jones. Definitely play Dry Vagina, yeah.
Oh, the Tom Jones one, right.
Yo,
No
Brother
doubt.
Joe.
What about the Sea song?
You can actually say cunt on XM satellite radio.
Of course, you're
I know, but we try to be nice to the ladies out there at times.
Yeah, I got you. I'm not on often enough to be nice. That song, yeah, I mean, that's another good one. Go ahead. Whatever you guys feel like playing, play.
Yo, Brother Joe, you need a roadie, B? You need somebody to operate within the confines of the band's selected area, you know, to procure certain things.
You need someone to pilfer?
You know what I mean?
We're going to go into a club and OD's going to be walking out with like a 24-track console that belongs to the club. Yo, this is your Brother Joe. Yeah, OD.
Yo,
Take
brother.
it away.
Yo, you got to hook me up with that AC joint for next week, though. I'll definitely want to go see you, man, for real. I'm a big U2 fan.
Show up and you're in, no problem.
I'm a U squared fan.
Happy birthday.
All right, man.
All right, there he goes. Brother Joe. Well, this is what satellite radio is all about. This song is as rude as it gets, so if you're easily offended by the C word, I don't know,
yes.
you might want to go to, like,
where can they go? Just for a couple of minutes.
Just turn the volume
Highway
down.
16.
Ooh, Highway 16.
No?
No? Which one is that?
How about
is that the trucker sounds?
How about
trucker
the
song?
70s channel?
You could try that.
Yeah.
80s, 70s, the decades.
All right. But
All
we're gonna,
these are alive on XM, by the way.
But we're going to listen to this as we go to break.
C is for the way you crap on me. U is 'cause you're ugly, and so's your peach. N's for no, I never told you that I railed your sister. T, thanks for the Hummers, they were better than your mother's. Cunt is all you'll ever be, it's true. Cunt, you must be more than one, you're two. Pew, your gash is stanky, and your ass is always cranky. Cunt, the word was made for you. C is for castration. try that on me. Hey, hey, you. Well, I urinate here. Have a shot, it's free. Ends for some big Negro tearing up your leather Cheerio tee. You friggin' twat, no, you will never be forgotten. Cunt is all you've ever been to me. A cunt and a really big one, and all my friends agree. You're that slang word for vagina, can't describe you any finer. Cunt, the word's just right for you. Whoa, cunt, the word was made for you. Get out the room and up, cunt, the word was made for you.
The virus is inside us. OAvirus.com. Assault the media. It's time to drop bombs. We're just pests. You can't exterminate with black flag. Your web page just got hijacked by whack bag. The gag order's gone. Time to go to war. Steve sees napalm burning down your door. It's hardcore. Apart from whores you dump on Norton's belly, the only other girl in his life is Bob Kelly, not you. When he was a kid, he sucked cock too. These two obnoxious shock jocks might shock you. Ass coward, he don't want to get involved. Slip in your PJs and light a Java log. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus.
And Anthony Show.
During the break, Ben came into the studio, the birthday boy, to remind us that we're slowly but surely starting to think about our first anniversary show. It's going to make a really big deal.
Coming close to a year on the air. Wow.
We had to sit out like 2.5 years.
That sucked.
That was a bad time,
That shit was horrible, yo. That shit really sucked.
And it's amazing, but I guess we've been broadcasting almost 10 months now. Almost 10 months already. And
Matt quickly has a question. OD asked Joe if he needed a roadie. Was he talking about the one he stole from Opie's car?
Did you steal mine?
What the fuck I stole from you?
Well, it was a Delphi.
Nah, chill. I never steal from Fan B.
No?
What
do you? You used to steal stuff?
Nah. Never do that. That's
right.
That's dishonorable, son.
Are the brothers?
I never steal from anybody that I know personally or I consider my friend. They could leave a stack of bills in that motherfucker. I'll take like one and shit. But, I never.
So I guess you didn't know us for the first year we were at WNEW.
His eyes would light up. He would walk into the studio, and he'd be eyeing computers and TVs, and just like his eyes would light up, like you were in a store. Like you were just shopping.
It was extremely tempting, but the problem was getting it out of said facility.
Yeah. He got accused of stealing phone cards.
Opie never fucking believed me either, dude.
We had O&A phone cards.
I don't remember. That's so long
Remember
ago.
the WOW phone cards?
Yeah.
We had a whole box of them, and they disappeared.
They had like $5 each on, so you can make like one 10-minute call or something, whatever.
And we were just accusing you because he happened to be there. They disappeared. But it turned out Eddie hit him. You got to put these away. We're garbage.
Where's Ben? Because when we start talking about Eddie, Ben can't get enough of this.
Look, he's laughing already.
Yeah. Ben, do you remember the phone?
Remember the phone cards, Ben? We thought Old Dirty stole, and then it turned out Eddie had hidden them.
I put them over here with the garbage. Garbage, like where? Opie car. You know Opie car.
I just heard that. I just heard the Eddie replay recently. Not the old. Well, I guess he's older.
Yeah.
That used to work.
50 years old.
Used to work at NEW, just taking the garbage away.
He was a little. He got a couple of mental issues as far as being challenged, and so they put him in charge of the garbage, delivering the garbage, or throwing out the garbage and delivering the mail, which was great. He couldn't read, but they gave him our mail. So my pay envelope would end up in Don Geronimo's mailbox, and Earl's stuff would end up in Ben's. The guy, who this?
Who this right here? Who
Is
this
this
guy?
Carol Miller? And it's like, it was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, I remember Caramel, the Nightbird, right? You
No, that was Allison Steele.
That was Allison
The
Steele.
stalker, whatever the fuck she was. She was such a cunt. We used to have arguments with her because we used to stay over 7 o'clock. That was at the inception. That was like at the birth of
a lot of that
08,
old audio is up on 08virus.com, by the way, for the new listeners.
But Old Dirty was always
crazy stuff with some of the other people that worked at the old station.
You were always being accused of thievery.
Yeah, well, you know, nothing was ever proven, so.
Jimmy's head is just... Are you all right, Jimmy?
Jimmy is asleep.
You've been asleep for like
Jimmy's
20 minutes.
been asleep. The reason... people, you got to picture this. The reason you have not heard Jimmy talk, he is sitting in his chair, his feet are up on the console, his eyes shut, his head tilted, he is asleep.
And the head
he
bobbing.
is sleeping
You've
during
been bobbing.
the show.
But you've been laughing a little bit.
Actually, I'm in a really weird, I'm listening and I'm hearing, talk about the phone cards and you said one time you made a turn but the bus wouldn't let you go. I'm listening.
What other job can you be at where you can just nod off in the middle of it?
This is the kind of fucking job that I want.
It was a great job. Top dollar to sleep.
Come on, my man. Come on, yo, Jimmy, I got to give you pounds, son.
You're sleepy, Jimmy.
You know
what happened?
Long night?
I didn't get to bed. I had bad dreams.
Wow, what?
Yo, I be having night terrors too, dude, for real. Yo, you be having night terrors, Jimmy? I punched this girl in the fucking face like at 3 in the morning. Oh, I felt so bad.
He has this awful dream that he's walking through an office in a suit and tie.
Got there on time.
Yo, for real, I woke up, I just went, bing, and I clapped in the... Oh, I felt bad.
You punched her in the head?
Yeah, but she still went, she sucked my dick, though, after that.
She should have. You dreamt she wasn't listening.
Let's go to Kirby in Oklahoma City. Kirby!
Tattoo. Look at that. Oh! Wow! Wow! Let me see. Let's turn this way. So I can look at that. Totally takes care of herself. I mean, look at that. Just for all that for the shirt ticket, you got it.
I have no idea what that is.
Boy.
It's a wacky radio alert.
Oh, am I on the air?
Yeah, what's going on, Kirby?
Oh, we have 94.7 The Buzz in Oklahoma City, and they got some girl in the studio in a softball uniform, and her sole purpose there was to strip. And she only took her top off, and they're begging her. They're down on their hands and knees trying to get her to take her pants off. They finally had to give her concert tickets. These guys are fucking pathetic.
I don't know. I kind of relate to that.
That's his audio from Jimmy's apartment.
She's already naked now. I think they had to give her Disturbed tickets to get her to get naked, and her only deal was that no one look at her butt.
No one look at her butt?
Yeah, that was her one condition, that she would get naked.
Why?
Yeah, she's a little self-conscious. I'm not sure.
Has a bad ass?
She probably has a thatch of fur from cheek to cheek covering the crack.
All right, thanks, sir.
No problem.
This is an XM satellite, you fucking...
I like it.
What the fuck was that all about?
I got to hang up because some reporter's trying to get through. So if you're on the phone lines, don't get mad. Bye.
Oh, not that one.
Bye, Carl in Boston. Bye, Ant in the Bronx. And bye, Mike.
Wow, you're going to make people angry at you.
Some reporter in Orlando wants to say something to us. I don't know. All right.
When are they calling in, Opie?
Oh, here he is, right here. Jason.
Yes.
Hi.
Are you a real reporter?
That's me.
Jason Ferguson.
What do you report for?
Right for the Orlando Weekly.
Orlando Weekly.
Hey, yeah.
And is that a weekly paper?
Obviously, yes, it is. Yeah.
That sounds like a free newspaper they give out, like at the train station and shit.
I wish we got out at the train station.
Is it a free paper, sir?
Yes.
How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 34.
You're not 34.
I swear to God.
Wow.
2 kids, too.
2 kids, 34. How much can you pull in working at the free paper?
Not as much as you guys.
And where do you hand out the free paper?
It's everywhere,
Like bars and clubs and
How does
restaurants.
a free paper make money?
We sell ads.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
And is it you put a lot of news in there? Like what? Is it a lot of local events? Do you cover national things?
don't cover too much national stuff. It's mostly local news.
I see there's a feature in the latest issue called "Happiness is a Bucket of Nails."
Yeah, that's a local band.
What the?
Oh, okay. The story on a local band. All right.
You did a big. You must have done a big story on the kid almost drowning at Disney.
No, not at all.
No,
that wasn't
newsworthy. That was a big story. They got that big football agent, NFL agent, took him out of the pool and.
Yeah. The TV stations handled that pretty well.
Do you have like adult ads in the back of this paper?
I think we do. Yes.
Okay.
All right, we'll talk to you.
Yes.
All right, now we'll talk to you.
The new revenue stream, sir.
All right, Jason. So what do you have today?
Well, I'm obviously calling about the whole Jim Phillips incident.
Is it a big story in the Orlando area?
It's about to be. It's about to be.
Yeah.
And,
it's about to be a huge story down there in Orlando.
Not at all. No.
Not at all.
For this one market sensation.
Well, yeah.
Jesus, he's the one market sensation.
He's actually a really good show. I got to say, I like you guys.
Shut up. Yeah, he has a good, of course, he's a good show. He picks the best things from every other show and uses them.
Well, that's what that's really what I'm calling, just to try to find out. I want to find out what happened at the beginning. I found out what happened when the Pest got on his case, but I'm trying to figure out what happened at the beginning to get you guys to call.
Could you make sure that you acknowledge the Pest in your article?
Oh,
it would make their month.
And they're not stopping, by the way. You could tune in today, Monday, Tuesday. You will still hear the Pest on the phone. They will not let up on this guy.
He was going to steal something. And look, we all talk about the media, and we don't like the media, and that's understandable. That's not Opie and Anthony's topic. The media is the media. But it was such a specific way he was talking about it.
Did you write that down? The media is the media.
Okay, got it.
Wow, that's good, Jimmy.
That was very good, Jimmy.
Yes, I'm always good at taking one word and saying it's the exact same word. Like, the ass is the ass, which suits me well. He was gonna steal an idea, and then he's getting on the air and he's going, and I'm gonna talk to the manager and make sure my program director, make sure we can do this, and I want to make sure nobody rips me off. Meanwhile, he has come out and admitted that he was stealing the bit.
And he got his inspiration from a New York Times article. Yeah. He had brought that up on the air,
which is still online, by the way,
and said he got his inspiration from that. And meanwhile, that New York Times article, in the first sentence, mentions the Opie and Anthony show, and in the first couple of paragraphs mentions what we were doing with the press, and that's where he said he got his inspiration from. Yet he denies ever hearing of us, knowing who we are, what we do.
He's just a phony, a liar, a hack.
Yeah. I mean, people steal things in radio. You see it all the time. It pisses you off, but what are you going to do? But this guy is so arrogant about it and so pompous, and just when you hear him on the air, you just want your listeners to pound him.
And he's not a funny guy. We listened to his rebuttal. He's a baby. He ran to his bosses. He had a cease and desist put so he couldn't play his audio. He cried. He went behind the scenes to Clear Channel, and he bitched. He's yelling, bring it on, and then he's dumping out of calls. You can't mention Opie and Anthony's name. He's an absolute fraud, and he's getting his face smashed by our listeners.
Yeah, he was brave enough the first day to challenge our Pests, and then when they brought it on, he couldn't handle it at all, so then he hid behind his bosses, and the bosses took legal action. So we can't play his audio on our show
awful
anymore.
Audio.
And, man, that would have gave us 3 hours of radio today because it's just so awful. You can't help but make fun of it.
What were you saying, sir?
Oh, I was saying that your Pests were definitely in attack mode yesterday. They tore down his web board, it looked like.
They are the worst. Yeah, his website has been down for 2 days. You will not be able to get to it again today. His phone lines are gone. And this seems like a guy who really uses the phones a lot. It has been taken away from his show, the phones. Our Pests will continue to keep calling him and ruining his program. Our Pests are running his radio show.
Jason, would you like to talk to some of our Pests for your story?
Oh, Jesus, sure.
We have one
of
our
you want
top Pests here.
Are you going to write a positive story or a negative story?
I am all about the facts, sir.
I said, are you going to write a positive story or a negative story?
Well,
as I hold your phone number in my hand.
Well, like I said, I found that one radio show I like is taking on another radio show I like, so I'm definitely stuck in the middle.
Cool.
You know, Jason, this could turn into an AP story if you write it right.
I hope not.
Because at this point, we have decided to take on commercial radio.
Well,
we have decided to take on commercial radio.
Like this?
just like this, using
he's a
the
thief,
pest.
dude. He's a thief, and that's the worst thing you can be in entertainment. He's
Well,
a
I got to tell
thief.
you, personally, from where I stand, I found it interesting because the other bits of other shows that you guys have played on there, especially the horrible morning shows you play, that
you are a
cracks me
fan.
up every morning when I listen. And I just found it weird to hear a show that I listen to get up on there and get made fun of. I was like, well, that's weird because it didn't sound good when I heard it. I was like, oh, man, he didn't sound like it came off too well.
You know why, dude? Because you're making a relative comparison then. You live in the area, you drive home, you listen to him, he's harmless. But now he's coming off going, I'm funnier than those guys. And you can hear his fake radio voice. This is the way we talk. This awful mic technique I have, half the time you can't hear me. I stink. But this is my voice.
Today, Jimmy just fell asleep for 20 minutes because he can on this show.
He falls asleep on the show.
We're jackasses, but we're honest. I'm going to put on my fake voice. And he's just a fraud and a thief, which to me is the greatest crime you can commit.
And he's one of many in commercial radio. They're just a bunch of liars. They'll lie about anything.
Did you hear about all the lies, Jason? Did you hear about how he was saying he's #1 as far as non-music channels on XM satellite radio?
I heard him say that.
Yeah. Now, did you also hear our call with the head muckety muck Elo, Eric Logan, over at XM as far as programming goes? And he got on our show and said this is not true.
Yeah, I heard that too.
and then Jackass gets on the air and starts talking about how that wasn't really Eric Logan.
So now we throw it back in his court, and I bet him $100,000 to prove that wasn't Eric Logan from XM Satellite Radio.
It was absolutely Eric Logan. This guy cannot be honest with his listeners. He's just got to lie, saying we don't get paid by XM. We have to pay to broadcast here. And he's full of shit.
Yeah, because I've heard Eric Logan on y'all's show before, so...
Yeah, we were just setting up for this very moment for the past year. That's what we were doing.
It's definitely him, and the guy, again...
He's a hack.
He's a liar.
Well, he could take $100,000 from me if he could prove it wasn't Eric Logan. Hey, I'm going to put you on the phone with one of the generals of the O&A Army.
Who's that? Is that Dugout Doug?
Dugout Doug, one of the many generals.
Good morning, guys.
Doug, you're representing a lot of pests out there, so do them proud. This is Jason from some stupid free newspaper in the middle of Orlando.
Hey, jackass.
I actually want to ask this guy, did you get an email from me about this, or did you hear about this on your own?
I heard about it on the show. I listened to the show.
Oh, okay, because I was doing an assault of the media last night, letting everybody know about this, trying to get it picked up by the news so I can win a MiFi.
No, sorry.
This guy is an absolute and complete hack. We're dominating his show, and we fully intend on doing so all through next week. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
Well, no. What's the plan of attack, really?
We're just going to continue to dominate his message board, dominate his show, because, I mean, as you can hear, because you are an Opie Anthony listener, these guys that you're talking to right now are the masters of doing 4 hours of filler. This guy...
Well, that's it. I'm leaving.
This guy does about 2 minutes of filler and repeats every 5 minutes when he has to reload his dump.
Did you catch yesterday at one point where he was so frustrated he just started going, Anthony Cumia, Greg Hughes. He just kept saying your names. He couldn't
over and over.
think on his feet at all. Doug, we are filler masters. You're absolutely right. Continue.
You guys are the best. You guys rock.
Don't forget that the Army's also starting to mail gay porn to the radio station.
And let's not forget the assault on the local pizza and Chinese restaurants around the studio.
Yeah, they got plenty of pizza and Chinese food in an effort that can only be equaled by third graders. They sent them food from delivery services.
And be sure to mention in that article, if you are indeed writing an article either for the web or for this, free paper at the supermarket or something, to go ahead and mention that we are all fully aware that we have nothing better to do. I am 29 years old. I am a single father. I have a desk job, so nothing pleases me more than when 3 o'clock hits and I can actually do something I enjoy, and that's piss somebody else in Orlando off.
I like this fucking
That's
guy.
the mindset, by the way, of every single one of these pests.
That's why we don't get on their bad side.
This isn't something they're doing going, well, O&A are saying to do it, so I guess we'll do it. They relish this shit. They enjoy screwing with this asshole.
And
that's DUG S-O-U-T-V-O-U-G, because I am also an absolute attention whore.
I like
so
this guy.
To see my name somewhere will absolutely be incredible for me.
Dugout Doug.
Dugout Doug.
I'll get that.
God bless.
All right. We'll put you on with the Boston Strangler from whackbag.com.
Oh, here's another one.
Another pest. They have secret websites, by the way, sir. Secret websites that we have no idea where they are.
Good morning.
Good morning, Boston Strangler.
Hey, what's going on, boys? I just want to call in representing the pests. I also, too, have a desk job, and I snuck out to the Boston Common to give you guys a call and let this reporter know that we will not be stopping anytime soon.
Good.
Yeah, I think Jim was trying to make it part of his show, make it entertaining, have a little fun with it. It was kind of different from his usual day-to-day show. And that might be the case, but in a week, in 2 weeks, in a month of this every day taking his phones away, he is going to be livid. And he will be begging to have this stop.
Our listeners now control his show.
Well, his mistake
We have
is
hijacked his show.
He thinks these listeners are just dumb oafs who are just going to call him, but they are really smart and funny, and they coordinate, and believe me, he is in a lot of trouble. And his arrogance, people can hear his arrogance, and it just makes you want to attack his show more.
Well, definitely. I mean, I myself am an MBA candidate over at Brandeis University, so that completely blows his theory out of the water that we're a bunch of rubes from the middle of the country. So we're going to keep on hammering him until he waves the white flag and just puts his own cease and desist in.
Now, you heard his show, honestly. I mean, when you guys were attacking him, was there a funny thing? Was there anything funny he said?
No, it was all hacky. It was just absolute garbage.
Good. Did it feel good as a pest to know that you were absolutely making him want to strangle somebody and ruining a show?
Oh, definitely. We were just murdering this guy, and we will continue to do so because he has nothing better to do than do, 2 minutes of radio and just keep on repeating over. Yeah. Cumia, Hughes, please.
Jason.
My 10-year-old cousin.
Hello?
Hello?
We lost him. Jason, the websites are whackbag.com and opieanthony.net.
Yeah. We didn't hang up on you, Strangler.
No.
I entered the whackbag cesspool last night, and then I got booted out because it was too busy.
Yeah, it got very busy. Just thousands of people, and the post count was huge, into the thousands.
Didn't it get 50,000 views, that one, the first thread? The first thread, the second one's got like 8,000 already. Yeah. This guy's in trouble. He's got a big mouth, and he's arrogant, and he's going to learn.
Well, I can't wait to hear what happens this afternoon. It should be interesting.
Wait till we unleash.
Unleash.
That's
L-O-U-S-H-E. It's kind of like douche with an L.
I was going to make a Minister of Morons jokes, and I fucked it all up.
We have finally had it with these guys in commercial radio trying to say that we don't have an audience and that our radio careers are done. We finally had it. We're like, oh, yeah, well, watch what we do now. We'll show you how powerful this radio show actually is.
He's in a lot of trouble, Capuche.
Why is it that people don't make me unloose?
Would you like to
unloose?
Would you like to talk to Ben's Raw Ass?
Oh no. Yes.
All right. Ben's Raw Ass, also a pest. Ben's Raw Ass.
Hey guys, I just want to let this reporter know that this tool says when he talked about us for 2 hours, and he did a 4-hour show, and that's all he talked about. But I can't stay on because I have to save my cell phone battery for 3 o'clock.
All right,
thank you.
Good, get him.
Taylor from Virginia, you're on with Jason, who's writing an article down there in Florida.
Great. Hey, just nice to have some press interest in this, but also I'm one of the fortunate people who don't have a desk job. I'm a law enforcement officer out in the field all the time, so I get to listen to my radio a lot and have lots of opportunities to collect material, call in, and even if the guys asked us to call this off tomorrow, there's just so much joy that we can get out of this. Every little busy signal we hear when we're trying to get on his show just makes us giggle and smile. You can find the sheer sense of joy if you look on Whackbag or some of the other forums.
They enjoy this. They enjoy it. It's, you know what it is? It's almost like an interactive game for these people because you do something and your results are right there for you to listen to.
And they could tell that they're ruining the show. That's the beauty of it. They could tell they're ruining the show.
That you're destroying this guy's show, and it's interactive. Everything you do has a reaction that you can see and listen to, and it's a lot of fun for these guys.
And dude, the guy... I'm
you
sorry.
can really hear the panic in the screener's voices. You can really hear the panic, and just they're scrambling, trying to find us.
Yep.
The fact that he admits arrogantly that he steals, it makes you want to spit in his face. The fact that he is an admitted thief and he thinks that that's good enough to give to his listeners. He has not enough talent to create, to be funny, to be off the cuff, to be any of those things. And this scumbag brags about how much money he makes, and he doesn't care if he has 2 listeners because he's getting paid. Phony radio voice and a thief, and he deserves it.
Unloose the hounds.
Unloose them.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for taking the time out of your filler-filled show, and I can't wait to talk to some other people about this. And,
oh well, now who's next on your list?
Well, I got to talk to Mr. Phillips, right? I got to be fair.
How about Eric Logan? Why don't you talk to Eric Logan and find and confirm that he was actually on that phone?
Yeah, are you going to do that, Jason? Or are you going to talk to
idea.
Jim? If you talk to Jim, obviously you're going to hear lies. He would love for you to print his fact that wasn't Eric Logan. But please do some checking and don't just print that he says that Eric Logan was on the phone. Call Eric Logan.
I think I'll do that.
Confirm that it was him, because I'd like to see this asshole deny when it shows up, even in your little paper.
We're dickheads.
Great big paper.
We're not liars though. This guy's a liar and he's a fraud.
Yeah.
Jason, one other question?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that paper my dog won't be shitting on this week.
I don't know. I think that you'd be surprised. Those little free papers get picked up a lot, man. They're in bars. They're in all these places. People read it. That's the best thing when you're on the road is to pick up all those little papers. You look for escorts. You see what's going on in the town.
I love how he just casually says like it.
Actually, I've been behind.
I love it.
I love those papers.
All right, here we go. Why don't we get back to the Natalia audio from Donnie Deutsch's show?
All right.
We got to play the first clip again because we did it like a half hour ago. Well, what did she say in the first show? First clip.
You could have played it a minute ago. I wasn't listening.
Yeah. All right. Here's the lady of the evening that Jimmy banged. Now this company's in deep trouble.
And kissed and went down on.
And, well, you had the girlfriend experience with her.
GFE, baby.
And, well, now NY Confidential is no longer happening, and the owner is in Rikers, and it's a really big story here in New York. And Natalia, who was with little Jimmy Norton, ended up on Donnie Deutsch's show on TV, and we got audio.
New York Confidential. Basically, this was a website. And guys would go to the website, and what would they find?
They would see pictures of all the girls who worked for the agency, and their name, their age, description of them, and then they could call and try to...
And does it give, like, how much you cost? Or
no.
How does it... Because you can't on the Internet say, oh, by the way, you can pay for sex. So
no,
how is it worded?
Not. And that's not what the agency was about. That whole girlfriend experience thing was about spending multiple hours with someone, basically like having a real date.
Why the fuck would you rat out your whole operation? Even if it's for publicity, yeah.
Well, she's not. Jason's the one who came out. She's just being interviewed. Jason's the one who was coming out and saying that this is what it is.
Well, wouldn't she be like? Isn't she an accessory to this whole thing now that it's been blown up and the authorities have their noses in it?
You got to catch him
like
in the
little
act.
Jimmy Norton had his nose in the pussy, right?
Jimmy knows all. You got to catch him in the act.
I think so. Sure, she could just say it's for show or whatever.
Right. All right. Here she talks about married guys.
What percentage of men that you were with would you say were married?
More than half.
More than half.
Yeah.
Were most of them happily married?
Some yes, some no. I don't.
But even a happily married man would come to you, talk about his happy marriage.
Absolutely.
Then why would you say then a guy who is happily married was paying $2,000 an hour for an escort?
Because sometimes people just need or want something else or something different, and I think, Jason used to say, and at first I didn't really believe, or I didn't really buy what he was saying. He would talk about how, he actually saves marriages, and going with an escort can save your marriage.
Because
rather than going and having an affair with your secretary or doing something that might really damage your relationship or your family, this is sort of a little vacation. You go, you have your short-term, relationship, and then you both walk away.
A little vacation, it's an hour, and it costs more than first-class airfare. It's very expensive, a little vacation.
It's a European vacation, pretty much.
You can save your marriage by spending your child's college money on an orgasm.
And you were making up to $1.5 million a year.
Well, that's how much my bookings brought in for the agency.
And how much would you personally get out of the $1.5 million?
The way the agency works and the way most of them work is the girls receive 45%, the agency receives 45%, and then the booking agent receives 10%.
Booking agent.
Slash pimp.
Yeah. Who would be the booking agent?
I don't know. Probably Jason. But then again, he also owned the agency.
But I thought yeah.
My thing is this: why would you? That's the only thing you got to be careful of is for tax reasons. You got to watch what you say with money.
Yeah.
And believe me, I mean, I don't care. I brag. I mean, look, I pulled in $8,000 last year, and I don't care who knows it. I'm happy to talk about it.
I want to make it perfectly clear that we pay XM to do the show. It's unfortunate, but that's what we have to do.
How great would that be? So just a big write-off this whole thing.
We were exposed.
Let's go to Sean in Jersey. Sean.
Hey, guys. Listen, Jimmy, I got to ask you a question. My impression of girlfriend experience isn't multiple hours. Girlfriend experience is supposed to be BBBJ, light kissing, and like a girlfriend experience. Well, not multiple hours. I don't know what else she's talking about.
I think, you have to realize, too, I think she's on television, so she's saying, I mean, again, for a lot of times a girlfriend experience can include dinner, a whole date thing, but I also think she has to be a little selective about what she says, just, again, for legal reasons. She can't go on TV and go bareback blowjob. You know, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. When I hear GFE, I think the same thing you do. There's kissing and hugging and getting to know each other and talking about your folks and getting married and falling in love and having a little babushka.
That was one time when I was actually, I didn't know this beforehand, but the gentleman that I went to see was a lord, a British lord.
Okay.
And I looked at his credit card and I went, wow, where's this done?
I thought maybe it was like one of my old gang members.
Lord. That's all we have on that.
The lords.
I didn't know. And then Henry Winkler blew a load all over me.
See that, that's why you see a hookup on the street, like you go to 23rd and 12th, you know what I mean? And she working the street and shit.
Right.
And she hustling. You know what I mean? But then there's all these other little down low places. There's phone numbers. You get like my boy used to live right there on right there, like when you get off the 59th Street Bridge.
Oh, the bridge bottom.
Yeah, Madam Jenny, she used to live upstairs. We used to smoke weed with her all the time, son. She got caught.
Yeah.
And, I'm telling you, dude, motherfuckers in Armani suits, big body Benzes waiting outside while, she used to own a couple of apartments and had the hookers up in there. That shit made the papers, too, as a matter of fact. She got caught a couple of months ago.
It's a shame.
You know what I mean? I mean, they should just, I don't know, man. Don't legalize it. I mean, come on, man.
They should legalize it.
Yeah, why not?
Natalia was wonderful.
Tax the shit. Fuck it.
Yep.
All right,
New revenue.
We should talk about Paisano before we go to break. Paisano,
Mulberry Street.
Joey's still rocking, bro. He's
for real?
True friend of the show. A true friend of the show. He pulled out all his advertising when we got fired immediately.
Good.
His business suffered just to show that he's a friend of ours.
But
he's back now advertising on XM satellite radio.
He's a friend of ours, Ope?
He's a friend of mine.
What?
Just that terminology.
Oh.
It's that gangster
friend of ours.
Yeah, he's a friend of ours.
Yeah,
sounds very mafia-like.
Yeah, the term is... Didn't you see Donnie...
Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
A friend of ours.
I told you what I was doing yesterday. I was at Paisano.
It's a friend of ours.
I was
friend
on Mulberry Street.
Right.
I was sitting outside. I was sipping the espresso. And I was getting reports back from the Pest and Jimmy and everybody. I was just laughing on my cell phone while I was enjoying my food.
Going to the mattresses.
True story. I was sitting out there eating a lot of food. Lots and lots of food. The eggplant parmesan. I did shrimp. I did baked clams.
Did you have the stuffed chop?
Stuffed chop
stuff.
was, ordered. What else? We just ate and ate and ate.
Out on the street.
It was a lot of fun, and the food's fantastic, Anthony.
You could eat outside, or you want to go inside and have a romantic evening with a little candlelight. You can do that, too. Paisano on Mulberry Street. Perfect for the late-night date. Every pasta on the menu now under $10.
By the way, fans down there all the time still.
Yep.
There were a lot of people that are fans of the show down there last night, matter of fact.
Yeah.
They have chicken parm?
Chicken parm, yes.
Of course they do.
They still have Anthony's thing there, the
fried ravioli.
The fried ravioli.
Yeah. Great stuff. Paisano, you go down there, you mention XM Radio, Opie and Anthony, say Jim Phillips is a cock, you get a free glass of wine. Free glass of wine just for blurting that out. Authentic Italian cuisine. It's made from original old world Italian recipes. All the fun and romance of Italy. In a friendly restaurant. It's Paisano of Mulberry Street. They're open weekends till 2 a.m. right there in the heart of Little Italy between Grand and Hester. Give them a call, 212-965-1188, 965-1188 for Paisano of Mulberry Street.
Free parking, too, if you can find that broken meter. They got one.
They got one?
They got one for the boys.
You got one for the
great,
boys.
man. That's one for the boys, man. A broken meter.
But when you see Joey, he's so unassuming, very humble. He could be a dangerous mafioso.
Shut up.
Nah.
Shut up.
There's no such thing. Stop.
Friend hours.
Shut up.
It doesn't exist.
He's actually
Friend hours.
Joey's actually a normal guy. He's
Yeah.
disappointingly normal. Like, I expect this gangster. He's like, not just a friendly guy who's just like, earning a real living. It's like, ugh, I want to know some people who can help me.
And Joey and I now have to go get our stupid hockey tickets again.
If I were you, I wouldn't walk around his neighborhood at 3 in the morning, though.
No.
Oh, fucking Howard Beach.
Don't walk
Damn
around.
it, can we get a fucking break? I'm only there to looking for a car.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the excuse like 10 years ago, too?
Looking for a car, what?
All right, Paisano, Mulberry Street. Call 212-965-1188 to make your reservations this weekend.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
Every rapper in the world wants a video game now.
Is that the thing now that they have to have?
They have to have their own video game.
Like, rappers are very competitive. We know this. They kill each other. They're so competitive. And, you know, it was sneakers and then, you know, clothing deals, their rides, whatever they're driving around in. And now they're very competitive about having video games.
Well, the nice thing, about video games is their egos can actually, they're like, give me some of that wire fu. Maybe like flying through the air with my kung fu skills.
Oh, that's what they want to be like, superheroes.
Because they're always talking trash about how hard they are.
Yeah, man. I wants like wings and shit. That is really funny.
I wants to get up on time and be at work.
Yeah, I want this to be like really whack, like something completely unrealistic. Have me raising my kids.
Yo, man, how about this? I get pulled over and shit, and I present the proper paperwork.
Right. Shit.
I don't back talk to the cops or nothing.
Oh, damn, I got an order of protection. I lost 20 points.
Yeah, boy.
Yo, one time in a video game, I want to refer to my baby's mother as my fiance.
Yeah, just completely unrealistic.
Right. Then we go to do that mission where we shoot up Hot 97, man.
Yo, how about this in this video game, man? Somebody does some shit in my community, and we actually take personal responsibility.
How you supposed to program that in? That's too unrealistic. Just have me flying and shit.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
Alone again, naturally. They leave me alone every day now. Remember when that was like something that happened once in a blue moon? I'd be sitting here like, the music is starting and I don't know what to do. Now it's like every day, these two trot off to the men's room and they spend 10 minutes in there. They know how short our breaks are, yet they abandon me. And it quickly becomes the Anthony and E-Rock show. Why don't you say something to the people?
You didn't even give me a chance to say it.
Eric actually offered to. I go to Brooklyn to pick up my fans. Thank you. You want to do that?
Yeah, I'll go.
You want to go over there? See if you can harass my Russian ex-super. You know what the address is? You know where it is? I'll give you the address. Go down there and see if you can get it. How close do you live to my old neck of the woods? It was like Shore Road and 74th Street.
I'm not far.
You're not far?
Bay Ridge. I'll go get it.
Yeah, it was Bay Ridge I lived in.
Anthony,
Bay Ridge, fucking Brooklyn. You got a fucking problem with that?
Don't send this young man to a slow death.
Guineas and Irish.
The instant feedback is ridiculous today. Mike in Jersey writes, I'm a 43-year-old professional with a master's degree in business, and I am an O&A pest. I had to close my office door yesterday afternoon, cancel 2 appointments, and forward my phone calls just so I could participate in the slaughter. Loving it.
See?
Somebody's radio's career is just about to be over, buddy.
You know what it is? His arrogance. He's an arrogant. Normally these attacks will last for a day, day and a half, and they're not as intense. Guys just have fun with it. But there was something about listening to this guy. It just made you fill with rage. You could just see what an arrogant jerk. Like when Lex and Terry we had problems with, they were firing back things that were pretty funny. We were firing things. It was like we were just bitching at each other.
Yeah.
But a guy like this is a no-talent, arrogant thief, and that is just...
He could have gotten himself off the hook in an hour. He could have done it.
Just
if handled properly.
He could have just slammed you. Hey, dicks, it's the media. We can all talk. There's a way to do that, but that cocky, arrogant...
We're funnier. We're more clever, more witty. You won't get me. You're not going to get me.
We can't be pushed around.
We can't be pushed around. We're going to be here. We're taking it. Yeah, sure you are. Have fun today.
You just got slapped by a satellite circling the Earth, motherfucker.
Yo,
That's
kid!
We got satellites and shit.
We got...
Yo, B, we up in space and shit.
For real. Yo, what's up? Can we go up in that motherfucker?
We're taking the next space shuttle up there to check out the headquarters.
Shit, I'll be all right with that, son.
This can't be... Is this a real story?
Yes, I believe it is.
Stop
Get
it.
the fuck out of here. Is this real? This is like one of the oldest comedy bits ever. Talking about hurricane names and stuff.
Oh, what are they up to?
But there's an actual politician getting involved? Is this real?
Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, a Democrat from Texas,
yeehaw,
apparently is angry that the names of hurricanes are too, and I quote, lily white. She's seeking to have a better representation of names reflecting African Americans or other ethnic groups.
Yeah.
The fact that they are just doing completely pointless destruction is the African American angle.
A sampling of popular names could include Keisha, Jamal, Deshaun, according to the paper.
And the press will be out there. I don't know. It looked really bad. I'm not sure.
The wind was hopping and hollering.
I don't want to be skinned it alive out here.
It's been a bad month for hurricanes.
Oh, this motherfucker's blowing shit all over. Back to you in the studio, B.
Is this real?
It's turning this shit into a ghetto.
There's nothing better to do?
WorldNet Daily, brewing swirl of dissent. Black hurricane names. And apparently, I guess, Rush Limbaugh was ripping this congresswoman's call for these African-American storm monikers. Too lily white.
You know, you fucking crackers get over on some shit. Wasn't Rush Limbaugh busted fucking buying all these prescription fucking drugs and he still got a motherfucking job?
Well,
OJ's innocent, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And he can't get a mother.
Well, Michael Jackson fucks kids. He's doing fine. How about R. Kelly? This video of him urinating on a 14-year-old. He's selling out the garden.
You seen that one, right?
Yeah, it was hot.
You can be sure. One reader wrote in a letter, you can be sure that if there were too many black names assigned to hurricanes, this congresswoman would be instead complaining that this practice unfairly stereotypes blacks as violent.
Well, some motherfuckers could be violent as hurricanes.
Another, Greg Cook, his name is, what a coincidence, says this is ridiculous. How about naming the storms after gang members or infamous criminals? How about not having any names at all associated with hurricanes? Yeah, so people are saying this is ridiculous, and it is ridiculous. What does she want? Representation in the hurricane naming community? Stop.
That's good, again, that she's not worried about terrorism or Islam. She's
How about
worried
the
about
fact
hurricanes.
How about the fact that maybe you should be looking at the fact that Jamal is killing Deshaun on the streets.
You know what I mean?
And Keisha was an innocent bystander being killed by bullets fired by Deshaun.
While being pregnant with her 15th kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Keisha just threw her baby in the fucking garbage can because she didn't want to support her.
Yeah, maybe that's an issue you should really be delving into.
That's right. Better trash pickup.
Yo, where's the fucking bell, dude?
This is Democrat.
This is satellite. We don't need to do the bell as much.
All right.
Fuck the bell.
Fuck the bell, yo.
Democrat Sheila Jackson wants black hurricane names. Hillary Clinton's going after video games. Chuck Schumer wants Cousin Brucey to keep his job. I got to say that not that the Republicans are all right, they're not, but the Democrats, can you please pick battles that we give a shit about? please.
And meanwhile, they just showed a picture of a suspected bomber that left a bomb on the bus in London. They had a clear picture of him walking off of the bus. And we're not profiling as we're searching bags in the subway stations. Yet this guy sure didn't look Asian to me.
Oh.
Didn't look black.
Nope.
Certainly wasn't a white guy.
Nope.
He was a young Middle Eastern man.
Or a man of Middle Eastern descent.
Yeah. He's a Paki.
We got audio of this.
Isn't that, they call that motherfucker right there.
We got audio of the Congresswoman.
And he's wearing a New York shirt.
Wearing a New York shirt. Great.
That's ironic.
We got audio of the Congresswoman talking about.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, the dumb hurricane crap.
I'd like to hear it.
Well, be sure and give Pet Battle my condolences.
I'm a beaten man. I'm a beaten man.
There's another one.
That's the motherfucker that served me my falafel on fucking 6th and 23rd yesterday.
He looks like Louis Tiant.
We already know what the handlebar mustache.
There's another young law-abiding gentleman.
Well, at least they're tackling the big issues. Hurricanes and video games.
And it's all politicians. It's all politicians that do this.
Agreed. I'm just saying lately. I mean,
it's all politicians that are just publicity whores. They look for these dumb things that the press will pick up on and run with, and then they get their name out there.
You're right, but it just seems like lately the Democrats have been taking these non-issues, and they're not doing anything that I particularly care about, which is crime and terrorism.
Yeah.
Those are the main things, and I don't see them doing anything that's making me go, hey, man, I'm really glad you're at least doing that.
Although, how scary would Hurricane Pat Battle be? Wheeling up the coast, wreaking havoc.
A dark hurricane with a big, awful blonde wig on his.
Well, that's why they don't
spinning.
got black names, because Hurricanes is white. You ever see them from the satellite and shit? They're fucking
very
massive
good, old
white
dirty
clouds.
Meteorologist OD.
So, therefore, the name should reflect the color of the hurricane.
Right.
That's right.
I was just talking to Pet Battle.
Pet Battle. They would name them Asian, but then again, they wouldn't know if they were hurricanes or calm days, tsunamis.
Yeah, the eye looks kind of slanted, right? Then you give it an Asian.
The eye of the hurricane is 2 feet wide and 3 miles long.
Slanted.
What are the recent hurricane names? If
Emily.
They're so lily white. Was it Emily? One of them? No. What are we up to? A, B, C, D. Danny.
Oh,
you got them? What are they? Oh, some of the ones we've had so far.
2005, we started with Arlene.
Arlene is a very white name, sure.
And it used to be all female names, then they had to be politically correct, and then
they
had
guy
names.
I kind of like just having the female names.
Of course.
Right.
Arlene, which is an old lady's name.
Yeah.
Brett.
My
brother's name.
That's a white name. That's cracker name.
Yeah. Cindy. Well, okay.
Cindy's a whitey name.
Dennis.
Hurricane Dennis.
Emily.
Came in with a sweater tied around its shoulders.
Do you really want Hurricane Rufus?
Rufus? They didn't say black names from the 30s.
How about that?
Hurricane Step and Fetch It.
How about that? Hurricane Kunta blowing through the Carolinas. How do you like that? Silly.
Franklin.
All right, Franklin's a black name.
It sure is.
Here's
right?
one that'll get a chuckle. Another old lady's name, Gert.
Gert.
Hurricane
Old
Gert.
Gertie's blowing. Like she did when the Kaiser was in charge.
It's like a giant diaper spinning, just shit and piss and forgotten memories flung all over the state. My God, it's unrecognizable family members are being thrown all over the yard.
Hurricane Gertie's track.
Who's going to leave their home when they know
Hurricane
Gert is on the way?
Jesus. It has no idea where it's been or where it's going.
Hurricane Gert can't get anybody to acknowledge it or talk to it. It's a burden of a hurricane.
Hurricane Gert's complaining its family never visits.
According to Hurricane Gert, it's chilly again.
Awful name.
Hurricane Harvey.
Hurricane Harvey?
Gee, I never knew the tsunami was so fat.
I got a Hurricane Shirley bigger than you.
Hurricane Irene.
Hurricane
Jose. There you go.
There you go.
The representation.
Little Hurricane Irene from a movie Good Night Irene.
Hurricane Jose does no damage, but hubcaps are blown off.
Hurricane Katrina.
Hurricane
Lee. Hurricane Maria. Hurricane Nate.
Oh,
that's a black name.
I would call it Hurricane Than, though.
Yeah.
Hurricane Ophelia.
Ophelia.
That's going to be the worst one.
Hurricane Felipe.
All right, that's a ethnic name.
And then it goes with Rita, Stan, Tammy, Vince, and Wilma.
Wilma?
But they never get
Awful.
to the W one, do they?
Nah, that's pretty rough to get down. That's a hell of a hurricane season they get down
yeah.
there. And then what do they got to start over, right?
Yeah, then they go to 06. They got mapped them out.
They got names for the next. Who does this shit?
But if they get down to the last one and they run out of names, don't they got to go back to A again?
Yeah.
Or do they dip into 2006?
They might have to dip.
No idea. I'm going to have to research.
Might have to go with that dip thing.
You're in deep shit, though. If you have Hurricane Yolanda and then Hurricane Zeppelin, you've had a shitty hurricane season.
All right.
If they want a black hurricane name, we'll give them one right after Hurricane Mary.
Hello.
Thank you, Jim.
And after Hurricane Roger,
Holy crap!
A B C D E F G H I. After Hurricane Irene,
I'm finally in. Jesus, you guys.
Wait, after X. After Hurricane Xylophone,
and you need one after Hurricane Bob, right? Did you say that?
B C.
No.
Well, that would be like put tie before that one. That could be another type of storm.
Prozac.
Hello.
Hi.
I learned I can see titties on margarine lids.
Yes.
And that Jim Phillips is our own personal cook.
Good boy.
Nigger cook.
Oh,
Chester from Boston learned that the media is the media.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're counting down?
I'll be in Cleveland tomorrow night, folks.
Yes.
See you there.
Remember, assault starts at 3.
Kill, kill, kill.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Everyone's getting ready. Got standing up. Jimmy's got his sunglasses on. The keys are out.
That's right. Liddy's got a
my
smile.
paper down, and I am done.
Yeah,
who the fuck cares? Let's get the hell out.
Let's go spend our money.
Where's my fucking limo? Tell him, Fred. Why do you have a heart on, Jimmy? Jesus.
Your farts smell good.